Sure. So you continued on to Epsilon 19. We begin with you guys arriving at Epsilon 19. Epsilon 19 is a very recent research base. As you're coming into the system, you see the sun is acting really weird. And you know that one of the reasons why Epsilon 19 was built in the first place was to study the sun, because the sun is fading faster than it should be. It seems to be dying, but there is no reason, no logical reason at the moment, which is why they have a research team there to study this phenomenon, to see what's going on, to see what the cause of it is.
So last episode we had a sun that was growing too fast. Now we have a sun that's fading too fast.
What is it with all these suns just doing stuff all the time that I don't understand?
What accent was that?
There's a spicy meatball.
We're back to the Italian Klingons.
He's the spicy guy.
It's me, Commander Bash.
It's me, Kapla.
So what's even stranger about the sun as it's fading is it's also, as it's fading, emitting high levels of triolic radiation. Ooh. So there's no reason for it. There is no source for it, it seems. So, which is one of the reasons why the station is there. It's trying to figure out what's going on with the suns and see what they can figure that out. As you arrive towards the station, Commander Bosch, your screen lights up with a unknown threat alert, and you see an unarmed merchant vessel is orbiting the station. As you come in close.
Captain, there is an unarmed merchant vessel. Now I'm starting to sound Russian. Y'all got me messed up. Okay. Captain, there is an unarmed merchant vessel.
Vessel. Nuclear vessel.
Shut up. I'm trying to get a character.
One ping only.
One more time.
Like a stretch of words that you can say that gets you into the action.
Captain.
There we go. Just scream really loudly. That's good, Klingon.
Captain, this is not even my final four.
Guys, we're trying to play the game.
Not even a couple minutes into the stream, into the show, and we're already completely off the rails.
Captain, there is an unarmed merchant vessel.
Just keep going.
There's an unarmed merchant vessel in our orbiting station.
Are they healing us?
Well, no.
It's very odd for you because this station is very remote. And the reason why you guys were sent out there in the first place was to deliver needed supplies, like not deadly, like ridiculously needed, but they weren't on any kind of trade lanes.
Well, scan them and see who they are and why they're here.
Anarin, scans!
Aye, Captain.
Commander.
So that would be a
Yar.
Oh, I need to get sheets out.
Yeah, sheets out. That would be, I'm guessing, control and science.
What's
yes, control science.
Mm.
Feeds out.
With sensors and security, aiding with the ship.
Oh, okay.
How far out are they?
Security. All right. First off, we got.
There we go.
Momentum
one complication.
0, right?
Yes. So there's one complication, but 3 successes, which is not bad. So one complication. So this is what happens. You scan, and
wait. I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, that's from
That
February
was an
15th.
old. That's
That's an old roll.
That's an old roll. Yeah. It's not. It shouldn't be 3 rolls, right? It should be just 2.
Just 2.
Yeah,
For me.
two for you.
No complications. Good. So, and you get, because difficulty is just 1, because it's, just a ship. You get 1 point of why am I
Momentum.
blanking on this thing? Momentum.
Inertia.
For the inertia. Basically, for anyone who doesn't know, momentum is like little points that the players can use to get extra rolls or get extra information. It's just something they get when they overachieve and get more than their difficulty level. So, 2 successes, 1 failure, but no complication. So you get 1 momentum, and your scans are picking up an Orion vessel. It looks very familiar, incredibly familiar, but it is unarmed. There is no weapons. It's not been modified. It looks.
Also, don't we get another momentum if we successfully do sensors with the ship?
Yes, because you have advanced sensors for the ship. Yeah.
Yes.
That is correct.
Ooh, I remember something.
Yes. Remind me of those things. So you get 2 momentum. So yeah, you see, it is an Orion merchant vessel.
How far out are they?
They're just orbiting the station.
Just orbiting the station. Are
Yeah.
they aware of our presence?
They haven't made any moves.
Well, I would say we should hail them in this case. Open hailing frequencies, please, Mr. Jace.
All right. Hailing frequencies open.
Unknown Orion ship. This is the USS Vasquez. State your intentions.
Screen pops on. You see a very perturbed, I guess as you can say, Orion man who says, USS Vasquez. This is the Orion vessel. I didn't have the name for the vessel. Greenleaf. We were damaged in an ion storm and we're seeking shelter. The station was the closest one. Our captain is over on board talking to the station's commander currently.
Very well. Secure out.
Just like that. Yep. Question answered by.
Well, it's not logical to continue the conversation any further.
Okay, Anaran.
And he has to hang up first.
He does. Dominance. Anaran,
Yeah.
that ship does not look damaged.
All
From
right.
your scans, there's no chance.
So this would not be one of the ships that we have encountered.
No, but it also, he said that it was damaged. That's
Oh,
true.
right.
They were
Okay.
damaged.
Also, I'm a telepath. I completely forget about this. Can I, during these calls, sense any subterfuge?
Give me a insight. There's a rule for this, right? For reading minds, for sensing motive,
Yes.
for
yes.
telepaths. So yes,
But I don't
because
know whether
it's canon
if
in
I have
TNG. It's canon in
Sure.
TNG that if you can see the target you're looking at, you can read their minds because Deanna Troi did it all the damn time. So
Yeah, I was about to say Troy does it. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
and
the
she's
reason why
supposed
she's
to
on
be
the
just an
bridge.
empath.
she's only an empath. Yeah.
So you said insight and command.
Insight. Well, it usually says on your sheet. It'll tell you your like surface read kind of thing.
The character cannot.
If it doesn't say any specific roles, then I would just canon say that it's
Doesn't say no in the
okay.
description.
Then it would be insight command. Yeah, insight command.
Insight command. Okay. And
Difficulty
no.
of 2, because the
Good-
difficulty
good.
increases depending on the target. I would say difficulty of 2.
So complication range 2, task roll 2, and I've got no focuses for this, even though
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
while this is happening, I turn to our comms officer and I say, "Well, establish a channel with Epsilon 19. Let's see if they're able to corroborate this story."
Tersey?
Okay, open the channel.
Okay. Channel apparently is open.
Does anybody pick up? I'm trying to.
Oh, you're trying to pick it up. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the like screen pops up open, and you see an older man who you recognize instantly. Secure. He's a man you knew from the academy. He's wearing wearing the red of command track, and he's got the pips of a commander, full commander, and he's sitting at a desk, and he looks up and goes, "Well, damn, Sakir, what are you doing here?"
Long time no see.
His
I'm
name
here with
is,
the Federation delivering supplies. What are you doing here?
By the way, his name is Heinrich Johansson.
Captain Johansson. What are you doing here?
Wish it was a captain, just a commander right now. Unlike some people who get a starship, apparently.
Apparently so.
We're the commander of this station for the research. I knew Starfleet was sending some supplies. I didn't know they would be sending you.
Well, here I am. We have sightings of an Orion vessel orbiting the station. They've made mention of their captain being aboard your station. Is this correct?
Pasha? Yeah, she's here. Her ship was damaged in an ion storm. She asked for aid. We let her send some of her crew over. In fact, we're having dinner tonight. If you and your command crew would like to join us, once the supplies have been moved out.
Captain, our scans show no sign of damage on the Orion ship.
Did you make sure to scan for electronic damage due to an ionic storm?
Did I?
Yeah.
I did. Yes, Captain.
Okay. Well,
GM,
Commander.
I do that.
Well, Commander, we made a scan of their ship, and there are no signs of damage whatsoever. Are you sure you're not being taken advantage of?
Pasha? No, she seemed to be damaged when she came in. Everything was fine. She's been pretty truthful.
You are aware of who they are?
Orions? Yeah. Merchants, free traders, but they were in trouble. Starfleet were supposed to take care of them.
Can I
Very
take initiative and scan the station for more than just the captain to see if there is more than just the captain from the Orion ship on board?
Yeah, go for it.
He did just say let her bring crew over.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah,
it's
but still
likely.
would like to know exactly. So control and science. I clicked, nothing happened. There we go.
Give me a ship, sensors, and security as well.
Baj, can you do
This
that?
would be a difficulty of 2. So.
Oh, okay.
So we're getting another momentum at least.
Mm-hmm. Well, plus every time you use the sensor successfully, you get 2.
That's what I was counting.
Complication. So no. You only get 1 momentum, and there's a complication. The triolic radiation is causing. It's harder to pick up for the station. It seems to have soaked up a lot more of the triolic radiation that's been coming off the star. So it's hard to tell exactly. You can tell there's probably between 3 and 6 more crew complement than there should be aboard in terms of life science. But it's hard to pick up the differences between humans, Orions, or Vulcans, or Bolians, or Andorians. You just can't pick up the differences because of the trial.
Just the numbers.
Yeah.
All right, I relay that information.
Something does not add up. Commander Johansson, I'm afraid that we're not going to be able to make it for dinner. We are on a tight schedule. We must make our way back to Narendra Station soon.
"Oh, this is a formal request from the command crew, as I am the commander of the station."
And I am outside your station, Commander.
Oh, fucking inside check on that.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to yeah, roll an inside check. Or how do we do that in SDA?
It would be insight command.
Inside command. Yeah.
Are you using your telepathy for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have a hunch that he's trying to speak in code. Is that confirmed?
There might be a phaser to his head.
Exactly, yeah.
Or he's being.
So you can tell, so you get an intense feeling of jealousy and anger from him. You also are getting a feeling that he's trying to get Secure over, possibly for something else. There could be something going on, like somewhere deep inside of him, there's something wrong with him. That's what you sense.
Right. Yeah. I'll keep that to myself until the call is over, and then I'll confer with the captain about it. Don't want to.
Did you want to insight that as well, Secure? Sorry.
What was that? Sorry.
Did you want to also do kind of an insight check? Want to try to like suss out?
I would like to. Yeah, just maybe perhaps I can get something that that my telepathic officer was not. Let's see. So that would be what again? That'd be
Insight command.
Insight command, right? So insight command. Bear with me. I've got like a really weird screen here. And
you only have one difficulty for this one, so all right. So you get success and one more momentum. You and Commander Johansson were rivals at Starfleet Academy. You were always competing with one another. You guys were in the same class. You guys shared similar quarters, and like it was always, you two were always on with one another. So you've been able to read him much better, over the years, and he doesn't change much. He's looking to flex on you right now, but he's also likely something is wrong with it, and you're afraid that if you push it too far, something bad might happen to the station. Like you can tell there's something off about him.
Right. Point of order.
Yeah.
A Vulcan is never afraid, just concerned.
Yeah, concerned. Okay, concerned that there's something might happen.
Very well, Commander.
DM question.
Yeah.
How well known is Orion Slave Girl harmonic manipulation of other people? Known.
Very well known.
Very well known.
One of those things that happened hundreds of years ago with the original Enterprise.
Yeah.
Enterprise A, but that's pretty famous if anybody who's known the stories of Captain Kirk.
Right. So it would be only just the stories of Captain Kirk, or would it be something that's taught at the Academy about the Orion species that they use such tactics?
Not entirely taught. Starfleet security Starfleet intelligence would get briefings on it, but it would be well known as a rumor for most places.
All right.
Very well, Commander Johansson. I will confer with my crew, and we shall come aboard momentarily. I assume you have ample space for us to beam over to.
Oh, yes, perfectly fine. I'll get some of my crew to start unloading the cargo from your ship and meet us for dinner.
Please expect us within the hour.
Thank you. Good to see you again, Secure.
Secure out.
Okay, screen closes. Now, are you going to have a kind of a conference? Is that what you're going to do?
Yes. So I just want to, number one, what do you make of this situation?
Well, we have supplies to bring to him, but He seems like you two know each other.
That is true. We both trained in the academy. For a long time, he was my rival. However, it doesn't seem like fortune has favored him the way it has favored me.
Well, some people are cut out for ships and others are not, sir.
That is true. However, I am concerned for his well-being.
In what way?
That is an Orion vessel, and within that station is an Orion captain. And I'm sure you are well aware of their capabilities.
Not quite as good as Klingon capability, but yes, I am, sir.
Very well. Which is why I have accepted his dinner request, and I would like you and a few others from the bridge crew to come with me.
Well, as far as others, Anarin,
Yes, yes, Commander.
are you not Badgerin?
I am Betazoid.
Oh, sorry, I got that wrong. Sorry. Out of character, I just said that wrong.
As you said that, Juma goes, Bajoran. I'm Bajoran, Commander. And then turns back.
Okay. All right. Well, you're the ones that can do this stuff, right?
With the mind, I will just
Yes.
send the word yes to her mind without speaking.
Well, that is a good party trick, so we should take him.
I suspect we should also take Mr. Terzi aboard with us. And just out of character,
Uh-huh.
would we take Call with us too?
Yes,
Yeah,
let's
probably.
do it.
You'd probably
Yeah, I
take.
mean-
He's probably like next in line after me for command,
Old
right?
bridge
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
and like in terms of like he's been proved at least up to this point he's proven very resourceful with situations. If you remember the last episode, him being able to kind of like work on the off foot, so he's been pretty good
Right.
at off footing sort of situations.
Is he on the bridge with us right now, or is he? Where are you right now,
I am.
Call?
He is no. You are on off duty. You are on the holodeck.
Yes. I am in the holodeck.
Okay.
Brushing up on his accent.
In that case, I calm to the lieutenant commander.
Okay, now we're gonna set the scene.
Yeah.
Before you calm, let's go. We're gonna cut to the holodeck with Lieutenant Commander Cole. Hold on, let me get the right music for this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, I do. Here we go. Go for it.
All right. Just
Wait, wait, wait.
imagine, you know.
Wait, let me do the right thing so you guys can hear this as well. 2 seconds. I should have been prepared for this.
I'm just
Captain
imagining
Richard.
all the weird things that could be going on in this holodeck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just don't bring a blacklight in.
Or any light.
You've uploaded already. There we go. Okay. And
All
Yep.
right. Yeah. So, just to sort of set the visual. What the music?
The
Can
music,
you?
hear-
It's a little loud.
there?
Where is it coming from?
20 maybe.
Yeah, roll 20.
I don't know where it's coming. Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
unmute roll 20.
Is that good enough for good volume?
Yeah. At least for me.
It's fine.
So, to set the visual, it's an old-timey shot of a multi-story brick building. Looks like it could be in any early 20th century American city. The tones are desaturated. The camera comes in through a window. There's a man sitting at a desk wearing a white shirt with pinstripes and suspenders. There's a hat sitting on the desk as well. As he turns around, it's Daxon Cole, and he's looking at a newspaper. I knew the moment he walked into my office that it would be a mistake to take this case. He was about 6'2", had a jaw like you only see in the pictures. Legs that went all the way to the ground. I also knew I couldn't pass up an opportunity to spend more time with this man. And then the comm badge comes through.
Yeah, then the comm badge comes through. So the music's playing.
Cole here.
Chief, I'm sorry to interrupt your holodeck session. I'll need you on the bridge in about half an hour, if that's okay.
Understood. Holodeck end program. Understood, Captain. I'll be on the bridge soon. Just gotta change.
Very well. Secure
bye.
I've been trying to get to that set up for the last 2 episodes, so I wanted to do a nice little peek into to Daxon Cole's private life. So
That was beautiful.
all right, so about 30 minutes pass, and are you guys going to the ready room or the conference room, or are you guys just kind of, what's the plan here?
So the plan is, so once everyone's prepared and once Chief has shown up to the bridge, I say, all right, we're almost ready. However, Mr. Terzi, to my ready room for 1 minute, please.
Aye, Captain.
So the captain and Terzi step away, and Cole's just like, so, what's up?
I fill him in.
The top of the bridge.
Yeah, yes. Quite astute.
Bash is making jokes. All right. It's gonna be a good day. That was good. That was good, Commander.
Let's cut to the to the ready room.
We're so dumb.
Lieutenant, I assume you know why I'm calling you in here. Do you have any
Captain?
explanation as to why?
No, Captain.
Sorry, I ate your lunch.
In our last altercation, you unnecessarily killed someone from a whole species that we had never encountered before. Someone scared. Someone who, by all accounts and by all means, wasn't able to realistically harm us. You warped them into space and killed them and could have escalated the situation. Do you understand?
Aye, Captain. They had a phaser to somebody's head. They were intent on killing someone aboard our ship.
That may be so. However, you had a lot of choices as to where you could have beamed them. To the brig. To anywhere. But to space?
It was a split-second decision.
And it was a wrong one.
Aye, Captain.
Let this not happen again.
Aye.
Only do so on my order. Otherwise, you could jeopardize everything that we stand for as the Federation. Do you understand?
Yes, Captain.
Do you understand?
Yes, Captain.
Very well. Dismissed. I'll join you momentarily.
And walk out.
For those of you who missed the last episode, he did beam a member of the Navarian coup into space in front of another ship. So, all right.
Well, in his defense, he was acting like a cock, so.
Well, yeah. and it was
about this.
Don't make me add
It
threat.
was
I will add threat for
multiple.
these things.
multiple diplomatic incidents that would have occurred had he killed someone on our ship, had he been captured and then the coup not gone through. Like there was a whole lot more to it in my head than just send him to the brig, because then you send him to the brig, you have the incident that occurred on the ship, but they're going to want him on their planet, but we don't have those kind of relations to just hand him over for something he did on a Starfleet vessel. So I don't know.
Answering back to me out of character.
No, I'm talking
Are
totally
you
out of character.
answering back to me
Out of character. That's why I said in my head, this is what all was going on.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna cut back to.
I already walked out of your ready room.
I know.
Are you guys gonna discuss the plans or?
So yeah, moments after Terzi returns to the bridge, I follow suit, and I say, well, what do I say? Don't expect this to just be any old dinner party. Be on your guard. I trust you. And I looked at Terzi. I trust you. Are you all ready?
Captain.
Aye. I
I
hope they have something good to eat.
Then send a comm to the station, and we shall beam aboard once they are ready for us.
All right. You guys come over. They beam you over pretty quickly, pretty easily. Now I do want to ask this question because this is important. Ba'ash, as the commander, as the chief security officer, would you be armed?
Yes.
'Cause this is a Federation station.
Yes.
And you guys do have a suspect that things are going on, but I know that other than maybe the security personnel, usually you wouldn't be armed. So that's up to Sakir if he would have them armed, any of the team armed.
Oh yes, she would be armed. It is only logical that she would be.
Would anybody else be armed though?
Well, I am not Lieutenant Terzi's keeper, so he can do whatever he has. I didn't brief them as to whether or not they should bring weapons. I
And
trust my.
Unless specifically requested by the captain, Terzi would not carry
Yeah,
weapons.
it really it's just
It would
just
not
standard
be.
for security personnel to be armed.
Are we taking any other security with us other than Ba'ash?
No, I'm enough.
Okay. So you got phasers and 2 guns.
These guns. Yeah.
I have my batleth on my back.
Okay. Are you carrying a battle with you?
I mean, why not? If they're going to a dinner party, I mean, she's going to be a bit like,
She's got to carry that formal sword to a dinner party, right?
Just in case
Yeah.
they ask us to carve a turkey.
Yeah. And I got my knife. I got that knife too, the ducklach or whatever it's called.
Oh, you're coming
got
full
that in my
board. You're
boot.
just like ducklock, batliff. You have like
This is what
twin
she's-
phaser
you have to
rifles on your
understand,
back.
too.
You know.
She's actually from the Klingon Defense Force, so
Yeah.
she's used to that stuff being on her person generally.
Hmm.
So I mean, for her, it's no big deal.
Okay.
But of
So-
course, dinner party, yeah, she's wearing a freaking batless. She wants to be cool.
So you guys beam over to the station, and you beam over. You see some guys in like half in suits, like space suits, environmental suits. Some of them like their helmets are off and they're moving things around. Scientists. You see some members of the crew coming in from the Vasquez, who are helping to kind of unload the material. You see some beam-ins, some stuff which is being too dangerous to be moved in because it's a scientific equipment that's being carried over by worker bees. Some of the runabouts are kind of landing or docking nearby and unloading supplies and such. So it's kind of busy, but it's a small station. We're not talking about it. It's not huge. So when you beam in, you're beaming into kind of like the lower docking ring area. And when you be there, a familiar face to you, Anaran, greets you.
Oh, hello.
Her name is Liana Mosa, and she's a Bolian. And she was your... you served under her on your last station. She was the chief science officer of the last ship you were on. The ship where you discovered the comet.
Okay.
So when you beam over, she kind of looks and goes, "Is that Lieutenant Anaran?" And she kind of smiles and walks up to you and like kind of grabs your hold of your hand without even prompting, and just kind of shakes it. And it's like, "It is good to see you again, friend. It's been so long. I can't believe you're chief science officer on the starship."
It is what it is.
You have gone places. Oh, I'm sorry. Captain Sakir, my name is Liana Mosa.
Let me introduce.
Go ahead.
What rank do I see on her?
She's a lieutenant commander.
Lieutenant Commander Liana Mosa. Oh, I served under her a few years ago.
Lieutenant Commander Mosa. It's a pleasure.
Mosa, this is my current commanding officer, Captain Sakir.
Captain Sakir.
I do a slight bow and bring my... Oh, actually, no. She's a Federation, so no formalities. I'm just going to stand hands behind my back and say, it's a pleasure.
It was a pleasure to you too, Captain. I'm the chief science officer aboard this station, studying the sun. And the commander wanted me to come down and get you and bring you up the turbolift to his quarters. We've got a nice meal going on and pleasant guests, and we wanted to thank you for all the equipment you've brought. So
very well. Before we go, tell me a little bit more about your other guests.
The Orions? They're okay. You kind of see, she looks around, and you can see like a couple of the Orions are helping kind of moving supplies around.
Oh, there are Orions around us, are there? Okay.
There's like one or two, like not many. They stand out.
Earshot of that question I asked a second ago?
No. They're
okay.
They'd be around in the distance. She goes, they're all right. I mean, they're just here to. I think their captain wants to be able to use the holodeck for a couple of days because they've been out kind of deep space. Had some accidents. Encounter with an ion storm, but they've been fine. You know how Orions are. They're either there to kill you and take everything, or pleasant. These ones seem to be pleasant.
Do I believe her?
Give me a insight command check.
I will assist on that.
Insight. Command.
Yeah. So just one for assist if you're trying to assist him.
Yep.
And the task roll is 2 or 1?
Task roll is 2, and complication is 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it complication 2 as well for me?
No, because you're just assisting. So.
Okay. Jeez.
So,
okay.
well, you got all of the momentum for this one. You think you guys are momentum track max right now. She is telling you the truth as far as you can tell. She seems to be... the one thing you notice about her is that she's very bouncy as she's talking. So she seems to be like kind of laying it all out, emotions on the sleeve kind of thing. It's kind of disturbing to you as a
familiar. But is this familiar to me?
Very familiar to you.
Okay, so nothing out of the ordinary. So just basically, Liana is a no. Okay.
Very well. Lead the way.
Sure. And so she leads you to a large turbo lift you can all get on. You guys, the turbo lift raises, takes you up to to a kind of corridor. Get out. She leads you into the room, and there's a large table dressed out. You see some soft music is playing in the background, and you see at the head is Commander Johansson, the older man, human you'd seen before, and to his right is a Orion woman, very scantily dressed, not shocking, but like definitely showing off a lot of skin. Very like it's like posed very kind of seductively as she's looking like watching you come in, and behind her are two very angry looking Nausicaans. Just standing there. And Commander Johansson stands up and goes, Captain Sakir, come on in, take a seat. If you like you to meet Captain Baja.
The second time.
Yeah, Captain Paja. Captain Paja Tajenko. She is the captain of the Orion vessel. And she slowly stands up and walks over to you, kind of narrows her eyes a little bit, and kind of reaches out a hand and says, "A pleasure."
The pleasure is all mine.
Do you take her hand or?
No.
No. She goes and kind of like looks at you cross-eyed. And then she looks at the rest of you and says, "It's a pleasure to have Starfleet officers of a starship arrive at such a remote place. Johansson was telling me, Heinrich was telling me that all about your adventures in Starfleet Academy there, Captain."
Is that so? What has he told you so far?
Oh, that you were two rivals. You two used to come after one another every single day. But you got the ship and he got the station. Johansson kind of goes, for now. And he sits down and kind of just, let's talk over food. Please, sit down.
Very well. I motion to my crew to make themselves at home, I suppose. Take a seat.
Point of order. My telepath thing is I cannot choose not to sense the emotions or read the surface thoughts of those nearby me, except if they're resistant. So I'm constantly just scanning the room to see. Because Nausicaans are trouble. This is something we know.
Darj, just so you know, I will always be resistant.
Yeah.
Yes.
You may have noticed this from the bridge from any time.
Yes.
Okay.
Paja she seems to be resistant, and the two Nausicaans seem to be very open, but their thoughts are basically like bored, want to kill things, bored,
okay.
Kill things, bored. Typical kind of Nausicaan kind of thoughts.
Yeah.
Because they're just standing there, kind of like arms behind their back, not moving, just kind of eyeing you guys all up. One of the Nausicaans looks at you, Commander Bash, and kind of does this kind of like, like kind of like threatening like motions towards you, just with his face. Stare down. All right. So as you take a seat, another crew member shows up and brings up this turkey, golden brown buttered turkey. It looks fresh out of the oven. It does not look replicated. It looks cooked. Mashed potatoes. You've got asparagus. You've got an array of oysters. You've got a little bit of Klingon cuisine as well, it looks delicious. For Bash, it doesn't. It looks like human food, but for most of you guys, it looks
inside
good.
check on the turkey. It's dead.
It responds, "Oh, not again." That's
How does it
no gach. It's all human food with some Vulcan and a little bit of Bolian cuisine.
I was about to say there needs to be Vulcan stuff because that would have been super rude because he's vegan. Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, he is.
Don't get potatoes.
There's probably butter on them though.
That's true. So he sits down there, and as you guys are sitting down to eat, Paja turns to the captain. The Orion captain turns to you guys and goes, you must have stories. Starfleet always has stories.
Starfleet tend to, however, most of our stories are also highly classified. What about you Orions? Do you have stories?
Always have stories. We encountered some strange eddies in this sector of space. We've been here for about 2 years, and have you seen these things? They're like almost like portals, electromagnetic energy. It's crazy. My first officer said that he actually once flew through one in a shuttle. And I don't believe it, but it's crazy. If you see them out there, maybe Starfleet has the ability to use these things.
Maybe the Orions have the ability to use these things.
Oh, well, if you believe my first officer, yes.
Oh, well, we've seen.
Oh, you have?
Maybe.
Yeah, I was just wondering, should she be divulging this information?
She's putting cards on the table.
Shut up!
All right, I'm gonna make her. There you are. Okay.
Staring at that guy again.
The Nausicaan.
Yeah.
Just don't start a mating ritual.
Number 1. Don't encourage them.
They're not my type, Captain.
All right, hold on.
I see.
When she bites somebody's face, that's when you know.
Yeah, that's when you know.
Yeah, how do you think I lost this eye?
You know what? I got these scars.
Oh God! They wouldn't go that far. Jeez.
So, Captain Paja, how did you come across 2 Nausicaan officers, commanders, crew?
Oh, these are my bodyguards. They're.
I was just about to say bodyguards.
I found them one time when I was in Andoria visiting a friend, and these 2 were looking for help. They were locked up by the local security forces, and I managed to get them out. And as thanks, they've just been following me around since then. Isn't that
So
right,
you
boys?
jailbroke them?
No. No laws were broken. I just managed to get them out. They were. You find that
Right.
Andorians are very persuadable.
Well, I hear that Orions are very good at persuading.
Oh, we are. We're very good negotiators. Ask the Ferengi. All right. I'm going to do these. What is your... and I got to look this up real quickly. What is social conflict rules? Remember that I don't think there's a lot of details with it, but I think it has to do with...
I think it's opposed checks, maybe.
Opposed checks, yeah.
I think it is. I'll look it up in the meantime.
Because she is going to try to ask Cole. Targets Cole. And Cole, you're feeling yourself loosen up a little bit the longer you're sitting in this room.
Well, good food, good people.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you, Cole.
Don't bite my face.
Ugh. No.
This is the closest thing to a moneymaker I have.
At
Oh, my bone joiners. Okay.
Also, just point of interest. Did we notice if the Nausicaans were armed?
Give me a
That is a good question.
give me a
Inside security?
yes, inside security.
Complication?
Or no, control. Yeah, give me inside security.
Okay.
And it's no complications, but 2 difficulty. Okay. You don't see them armed, though you do see something.
I hate it when this happens. The
Whatever.
first ones.
The first one.
Yeah,
the first one.
Yeah.
You noticed something odd. They don't seem armed, but they do seem to have pieces of armaments on them. Like you can see like a blade, you can see a sheath, a handle, that kind of stuff. But they're not like together. It's like it's been disassembled.
I will message.
But
this
it also
to
seems
Bash.
it also seems very hidden. They did their best to try to hide it.
Yeah.
And based from your basic look at it, it probably would have gotten through the sensors, any kind of weapon sensors.
I will telepathically message this to Bash that the Nausicans seem to have some sort of armaments hidden on their person in pieces, so in a way to elude security checks. It seems.
She will just kind of like do the thing where she's just her gaze is wandering over the dinner table, and she just kind of looks at Anarin and kind of just takes a second looking at him longer, and that's it. But that's like her signal to be like, I heard you.
Okay.
So you're finding that as Paja is being around all of you except for Baash and Sakir, you all find yourself seeming to trust her a little bit more. And she looks at you, Anarin, and goes, "That's a fancy arm you have there." And you feel like she is 100% being genuine when she says that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I made it myself. You can't
did.
get this in Starfleet. Yeah.
Wow, that is really high tech. That's can I take a look at it?
Yeah, sure. Come on over.
So she stands up.
I
walks
do not
over.
advise that.
Oh, come on! It's just a little observation. We've had no entertainment on our ship for a long time, and Heinrich is just kind
His
of eating.
body is not your entertainment.
You lucky lady. I've been trying to get him to let me prod at that arm for weeks.
Ah, well,
Exactly
maybe I'll
my
give it to you
point.
next. So she walks up and kind of looks over. She's ignoring you at this point, Bosch, and kind of looks at your arm and kind of looks at it and goes, "This is really well done. This is really fancy. I'd love to see the schematics for this. Do you happen to have it?"
No, he does not. No. You do not have those schematics. They are
Heinrich,
not with you. They will not
Heinrich-
be given.
Heinrich looks up to you and goes, "Commander Baash, was it? Why are you being so rude to our guests?"
Because I find something odd about this whole situation.
What's so odd about a ship in distress?
I just look at Sakir.
I look back at my commander, and I just do that, like, stand down for now, like, wait till the main course is over.
Carry on.
So he kind of like gives you this sassy kind of like yeah, carry on, like kind of look at you, Bosch, and kind of looks at your arm and goes. So he looks at your hand and goes, "Oh, you've got such a beautiful eye. And when she says that, Liana almost chokes on her food. Just yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, this is good.
She kind of looks back at her she looks back at Johansson and goes, speaking of entertainment, what did you think about letting more of my crew over to use your holodecks? It would be very helpful for me and my men to have some free time. And Johansson goes, well, I'm still thinking about it, but seems like a reasonable choice. You know,
Do y'all like mysteries? I have some great holodeck programs.
Oh, do you? Mysteries. What kind of mysteries? Klingon? Vulcan? Romulan?
Oh, historical human, actually.
Ooh, I've always been fascinated. Are we like the Holmes of Sherlock? Was what his name was?
A little more American than that, but yeah, kinda.
I'd love to see this.
Intrigue,
Commander.
black and white.
Ooh, monochromatic. That sounds how antiquated and sexy.
Oh, it is.
Commander Johansson kind of looks over at you, Secure, and goes, "What do you think, Captain?"
What is the maximum occupancy of your holodecks?
No, 2 to 3, pretty typical. Not huge.
So it would not be logical to have more people aboard the station if they wouldn't be able to use the holodecks in the first place, is what I'm gathering.
Well, maybe. But, accommodating to visitors is one of the things that we should be doing as Starfleet commanders, don't you think?
That may be correct. However, if you were to be logical about this, Commander, you don't have the space to accommodate them, by all means.
He kind of thinks about it, and you can see him, struggling a little bit.
We've got bigger holodecks, Captain.
That we do. However, we are not the ones who are hosting Commander Johansson's guests, Chief.
I mean, I guess it would save me time not having to transfer. Yeah, you're right, Captain.
I know.
Well, but the holodecks aren't the only thing. You have recreations spaces. You have plenty of
Loud
resources.
keyboard.
Oh, sorry.
That wasn't me.
That was Baj.
Okay.
You
Hear
have
that
so
a
many
light here
other.
away.
You have so many other spaces that we can accommodate, and we're just such a small vessel.
And how are you so accustomed to the facilities aboard this very remote station?
Oh, I'm used to Starfleet. You love your fancy toys and your big spaces.
That may be true. However, on this station, from the specifications that we were given, aside from the holodeck and the ample suite of bedrooms, all that remains are the engineering deck and cargo. Not what I would say would be the most accommodating for even people such as your wary selves.
Do you not trust us, Captain Secure?
Of a sort. You have to forgive me. I am a Vulcan. I can only think logically.
Now, Commander Ba'ash, you start to get massive headaches building in your body. As it starts as kind of dull throb, but it's getting worse and worse and worse. And then she turns to you and goes, "You, Lieutenant, you're young and excitable. What do you think? Would you want to be cooped up in a tiny transport for years on end?" You,
Is that me
Terzi.
Speaking to.
He's looking at Terzi.
Thursday, okay.
Tersey.
Just shrug.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. I don't know. Haven't experienced it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're young and vibrant. Shouldn't you just be letting that out? My men are young, vibrant. They're so coiled up with one another. Even just some space in your bedrooms. Give them a not a bunk to share. Be so nice. It's getting hard for you to think right now, Baj, the longer you're here. And like Anarin,
Everything okay, Commander?
Terzi, Anarin, and Cole, you guys absolutely are starting to like get on her side a little bit more. You feel like oh yeah, she's starting to make some good points. Nothing's happening to you, Secure.
To be fair, at one point I do at least respond, I don't know, being bunked up with the right crewmate wouldn't be too bad.
So would this affect me also in a way that I would stop caring about what I'm reading from people, or
it would affect you in the sense that you essentially she's trying, you can tell pretty quickly that she's trying to get you on her side, but you don't care kind of situation. Like, you could definitely read that she is trying to manipulate you. It is very obvious in her mind. All she's thinking about is trying to get you to agree with her. But you're also like, man, that sounds like a good idea.
She flips the table.
You flip the table?
Yeah, because my headache's that bad.
Yeah, it gets worse. So give me a security, a daring security check, because you're throwing a table.
Okay. Sorry, I got the Vasquez's sheet up. It says mine. There we go. You said daring security. And, I don't know. I mean, I have a focus in, small unit tactics. I have a focus in survival. I think my survival can apply, because maybe it's a survival tactic for me to flip tables when my head hurts. Just saying.
I'll give you focus. I'll give you focus on this one. The difficulty is 2, because you're ripping this thing off the bulkhead. It's still possible.
While she's at that, what's the roll to catch my plate when this happens?
It would be a daring. Get your sheet real quick so I can figure out what it would be. It'd be a daring. Let's say a daring con check.
Daring con. Can I count composure as a focus?
Yes. Give it to me. All right. So you attempt to flip it, but instead you just kind of lift it up and it shakes the table real quickly. And when you do that,
I'm still catching my plate.
You catch your plate, just like whoop. When you do that, Commander Johansson goes to stand up, and both of the Nausicaans they have to roll this, but it's yeah, they're able to do it. I'll just do 2 because there's 2. Nope, one of them isn't. Oh no, he can. It's because it's a 0. He still succeeds. It's just there's no complications. So they both, you see them suddenly, like, as you do this, they move, start rapidly pull out part. Boom, boom, boom. Within like 6 seconds, they have Nausicaan knives on their hand, and they're moving right towards you. What do you do? They've assembled knives and they're moving towards you. Everyone else is kind of like Johansson stood up as well.
I like flip the bat'let right off my back and into my hands, and I'm just like kind of like I'm ready to go.
Okay. You're just gonna wait for them to show up?
Yeah, if they're gonna come at me with knives, I'm gonna arm myself too.
Okay. So are you moving towards them? What do you want to do, Secure?
I'm thinking of just warping back to the ship at this point. But we know now that that she's manipulating the people there, like for certain.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What is the transporter? What is our computer? GM, what is the capacity of our transporter bay? Like, how many people can you? Yeah, how many people?
5 at a time. Yeah.
5 at a time.
5 or 6.
And it would cost power.
And it would cost power. Right, because... Sorry, I can't think for this long, because obviously, like, time is ticking.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much going on right now. Because if I beam us all aboard, then, you know, they're going to use Johansson as... Anyway.
Yeah.
I grab Baj's phaser, set it to stun, and I join her in this combat.
Are you gonna shoot first, or are you gonna wait for them to get closer to you?
They're charging us. I'm gonna shoot first. It's only logical.
Okay. Give me a control security. You have the difficulty task of 2, I believe.
I can roll the phaser for you too, if you need me to.
Control security, you said?
Yeah, control security difficulty 2.
Okay.
Zero. You miss.
You miss.
You fire and miss, and then Johansson goes, like, kind of stands up and goes, "What is the meaning of this? Weapons on my station?" Not at you, Baj, but at the Nausicaans. And the Nausicaans ignore him, both of them going after you, Baj. Now, the rest of you guys, what are you doing?
Would this sort of commotion be enough to sort of sober us up, since we're not having been under the influence that much?
You've snapped out of it a little bit. You realize what's going on right now. Besides, the influence is only affecting you with her, not with these 2 Nausicaans.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna grab a plate and throw it at an Nausicaan.
I imagine.
I already have a plate in hand, so I don't need the minor action for that.
Okay, give me control security check difficulty 2. I'm gonna do this as an unarmed strike if you hit him, but
the difficulty to complication, nothing.
Complication 1.
Complication 1. Okay, yeah. So.
Nice!
You hit him with the plate.
I'm aiming for the same one, by the way, with the same tactic, because, like I said, I already have.
I can roll the unarmed strike for you guys.
I caught my plate very well.
Yeah.
Oh,
wrong button. Sorry, I hit the. Nah, that's challenge dice. I hit the wrong button. Ignore that.
Yeah. You both. The 2 lieutenants on the improvisation. Bop!
Here, I'll roll those unarmed strike for you two.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Just gonna say.
One of you got a knockdown.
Yeah.
Frisbee Academy champion of 2368.
Yeah.
They're both champions of our holodeck ultimate frisbee team on the Vasquez.
What's that? Isn't there like a disc throwing like game in Star Trek, if I remember correctly, or am I thinking about a different series?
All I know is the sort of squash thing.
Yeah.
And phaser target practice and fencing.
I'm probably thinking about like another series, but yeah. So they're wearing armor, so they have some. They actually don't have resistance. They have soak, which means that they don't take as much. Well, I don't know if
wet.
They're wet. So one of them knocks down. So like you both throw them at one, and you guys do a lot of fucking damage. Let's see, that's one.
Actually, that
heavy
takes
plates.
in my security stuff. So.
Oh, should we do?
Yeah, y'all should roll your own.
Yeah. So roll unarmed strike for that one. Unarmed strike.
If you don't have it, it's just 1d6.
These plates are made of titanium, and so they. Whoa.
That's
okay.
wrong.
Well, he did a lot more damage than me.
So wait, how do I do what? Just
I just clicked the button next to unarmed strike. That's all I did.
That's what it is.
It's security plus weapon damage, so
Yeah.
Unarmed strike? Where?
Yeah, so if you go to under weapons under
It's
your
weapons.
character sheet, you should see unarmed strike. It should have automatically, or you should have set that up. It gives you the like.
By
the
any
damage.
chance-
No, I don't have it. Hold on.
it's just real quick. Name type, unarmed strike, qualities, non-lethal, effects, knockdown, and then it should be 1 die.
So, GM, by any chance, is Terzi's plate emitting triolic radiation? Because that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
I just hit the button.
Bash, come again. So I got unarmed strike, qualities, non-lethal effects.
Knockdown.
You know what?
And-
Try changing that
And-
from because what it is 1 dice plus your security check, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be it.
But
So-
the macro is supposed to automatically account for the weapon for the.
It is,
The
but
security.
it doesn't actually, because what it's doing is it's adding security on top of it. Is what it's doing. So just put down 1 dice and then roll it, and it should come up with 5 dice. Not 5 dice.
Okay,
whatever-
put
whatever
1
it is.
in melee, and then... Okay.
Oh yeah, make sure it's marked melee.
Is that better?
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
have 4 security.
All right, so
I
it's
have 5
security?
security.
5
So now
security,
it's telling me
so yeah.
security plus weapon damage.
Yeah,
Okay, so if I do it again,
There you go. Yeah.
there we go.
Now you're correct.
You knocked them the fuck out. 'Cause
Well,
that's
knocked
the-
down. That's not
knocked
knock
down.
out. That's knocked down. That's
So they
just
all count
knocked
as
prone.
1. So you guys throw your plates at them. You hit them with the plate, doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage total, knocking this Nausicaan onto the ground with your plate. These things must be made of titanium. I swear to God. And they have a resistance of 2. So they have. They only take 5 stress. 5 stress. That's an injury. 5 stress in one go is an injury.
He's like,
No.
oh, the plate cut my lip. No.
Did you guys? You knocked him out. I believe that's how it works.
They both just like did
When a
really
character
well,
suffers
threw
an
it right at
injury,
his head.
okay, so if the character suffers 5 or more damage for single hazard after a reduced resistance, if there's any damage left over, the target suffers 1 point of stress for each point. If the character may also suffer an injury if any of the following occurs. Injury. When a character suffers an injury, they are incapacitated and unable to take minor actions or attempt any tasks until the end of the scene. You guys knocked him the fuck out with with your plates.
Don't
Plates full of
fuck
food.
with the telepaths.
So, Anaran, when you fling that, it seems to like do nothing. Kind of like it bounces off his armor, but then like Terzi's plate comes flying over, bouncing him off into the head, and he just kind of flies to the side, full momentum, and just slides to the ground.
God.
Cole, what are you doing?
Phasers to plates.
So this is something I want to role play correctly. Cole's daring is like his worst stat.
Yeah.
So what he's actually going to do is he's going to step over and just position himself between the combat and Paja.
Okay. Give me a
Um,
daring security check for that one.
Okay.
Because you're going to be kind of like
Like-
jumping over the table and then like doing that, right?
Yeah, like vaulting
Don't
over
hit
the
Pretty
table
Girl.
to just like not take part in the combat, but like try to keep her safe.
Okay.
So where did my character sheet go? There you are. Daring security. This is not gonna go well. And task roll 2, complication 1, all the normal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that hard. It's only a difficulty 1, so you only have to achieve 1. No,
I failed.
not a complication though. So you stand up and you try to step onto step over the table to try to get between the combat and Paja.
Face full
But-
of mashed potatoes.
But that's not a complication. So he doesn't fall on his face. He just manages to like get up and stand onto the table and step over. But you're like, here's Paja, here's you, here's the combat. You step right there. You're more like
I do
sitting
put
next
my
to
arm out. It's
Yeah,
not
you're like-
doing any good, but
Yeah,
it's,
you're like,
it's out.
ah.
It makes you feel fine. It makes you feel better about it.
So next we're gonna go with Bosch.
The guy, right?
One of them is knocked the fuck out.
Does he not get a turn before me?
No, they they do get a turn before you because
Yeah, I think they go, and then it's me next.
So one's
Point of
one's
order.
yes.
Sakir did not partake in the food. I don't know about any of my
Neither did
officers,
Baj.
but
She
I did
hadn't
not
done
eat.
that either.
The rest of them, were you guys eating?
Yes.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just
I-
looked so good.
Yeah.
And you know how I am about non-replicated stuff.
Yes. So, all right. So he's going to take a stab at you. So this is so roll control security with a difficulty of 1.
For me, I roll it.
Yes. Now whoever
I'm
has the
rolling
most
for
All of
successes.
it matters.
Yeah.
Terzi wasn't drinking anything, but did partake of the food.
Okay. No. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll hit that.
So he hits, but you're able to counter it. So like he stabs
supposed to
at
be
you
2, yeah.
because it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 2.
I
Roll
get it.
another
You're
one.
doing like an opposed, like
It's an opposed. It's a melee.
opposed
So you,
attack.
because in melee, one player has to
I
attack.
catch
They
it
have to
with,
get
like,
a
the
1 to
bat
hit.
left.
But like the other player gets the chance to like dodge or like block it. So you're able to like
Gotcha,
catch it with the
okay.
bat left. So now and you kind of push him back a little bit. So now you've got him in front of you. What do you do?
I'm gonna take a good old bat swing there.
Do it. It's control security, difficulty 1,
2
task
tasks.
2.
Yeah. Control security. Okay.
Do you have a focus in this?
I mean, I guess I already still have my focus mark, but
Yeah.
like survival
have-
and small unit tactics is.
I would say this counts as a focus. Not only are you a member of the Klingon Defense Forces, so you know how to use a batleth, but you have small unit tactics. This is enough of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he doesn't block you anyways. So you just whack him with the batleth. He tries to block
Well,
it.
here
and
he
you
goes.
misses.
Now the bat left does have the effect of vicious one. So
Yes. So any of those. Oh, that's 2. That's a lot of damage. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage. He soaks up 2, but it's still more than 5. So you just, again, he is on the ground, incapacitated, bleeding.
You stuck him with a pointy end.
Yeah. And at this point, Johansson walks over and grabs Baja, like by the arm, and says, "Off of my station now!" And he calls for, hits his comm badge. He goes, "Security to the dining room now!" And like within seconds of all this happening, like 3 armed security officers run in. That's weird because you notice that they're not security officers. They're wearing the blue of Starfleet science, but they have phasers. They don't have security. The closest they have is part-time militia security kind of thing. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And he looks and take these 3 to the brig. And he nods and grabs them. He takes them away. And Johansson's like,
I walk over to the replicator and order a muscadine punch.
it produces for you. He walks over to
Seriously.
Captain Security and says, "I'm so sorry. I did not know what happened with that." And he looks over at Commander Bosch. "What got into you, Commander Bosch?"
My head was hurting very badly the longer we sat here with them. And so I
give me
tried
an-
to flip the table. That's what I do.
Give me an insight command
have
check,
headaches.
and I'll let you know what because again, you guys are
Okay,
already
okay.
were suspicious about this, so I want to make sure you guys.
Yeah. Here, insight command, task roll 2.
Yeah.
Okay. 2-1.
You know that Orion females have pheromones that affect male species. There's only one species that is immune to Orion pheromones. Vulcans.
Oh.
Every male species except for
Vulcan men.
Vulcan men and Danublians.
So yeah, I tell him. So I know this going into the conversation then.
You know
Like,
this going like you kind of recall it from your memory. Is
Yes.
like
So
when you talk about this.
I guess I rephrase what I answered to him, and I say, I know that from what I remember, the Orion women affect two things, or affect most males except Vulcan men and whatever the other one was.
Danublians, and they just
obviously,
get sleepy.
if you can't tell, I am a whole lot of woman, and
Yeah,
thus
and
her
women-
charms were not
women who-
affecting me.
But women who are around Orion women actually get headaches, massive headaches.
So I
so,
was
like-
getting an Orion headache from the woman. Ugh.
Because he kind of lynches. Is that? Oh, I guess that is.
Was
what's
Mosa with
been
us?
happening. Mosa was with you, and she didn't seem to have like headaches, like Baj did. But you also don't know if it's because she just was able to control herself better, or if or whatever.
But she's not good at controlling herself.
Mosa says, "Oh, that's what it was. I thought I just hadn't drank enough coffee today. It's just been,
Have you been
headache all day."
feeling a bit agreeable to the Orion woman?
Me? To or the other woman in the room says,
Commander,
"No, not me."
the commander,
Oh,
the commander guy.
because yeah, that's kind of it's like, I think that, yeah,
How long have they been here?
a day, maybe a day and a half.
Did you give them access to anything that was a bit on the higher security side?
Thought I did. I gave them access to our data on the sun.
Well, Captain Secure, I think it is time for us to talk about the eddies.
It
I
may
have a
be.
feeling they have something to do with the sun. They wanted information on the sun, and given our last encounter, maybe they're connected to the eddies, both suns.
That is quite likely. However, we do have a pressing matter with the Orion freight vessel that is currently orbiting the station. We must alert them of the situation and ensure that we either apprehend them or we protect our ship.
Okay, comms open.
Didn't do the
Oh.
sound though.
I would like to. I would like to beam a. Wait, did you try and
Yeah, she's trying to
ship.
contact the ship.
try again? It's the magnetic disturbances within this area of the space.
The trionic radiation.
Wow, yeah.
USS Vasquez, prepare to beam at least myself over. Is anybody else going back to ship with me?
As you hear that, you see Ensign Jumo says, "This is Ensign Jumo, Commander. That ship is hightailing it out of here real quick. I made the snap command decision to chase after it because you seem to be suspicious
Good
of it.
decision. Keep
But
keep us abreast of your progress.
we're out of range of transporters, though, Captain or Commander. We're
Then we
trying
will
to."
remain here. Obviously.
And Johansson kind of goes, I gotta. I'm sorry. Liana, could you just talk with them for right now? I gotta get up to the command deck. And he kind of walks away and gets into the walks down the hall, disappears. And she kind of looks at you and goes, a lot of stuff happened really quickly there. What's going on? You're chasing down the Orion ship?
Yes.
They
Well,
know
we are
our.
not, but our ship is.
What would you like to do? I mean, Johansson's probably going to go deal with something on command deck. I'm assuming he's going to try to contact Starfleet.
It would probably be best that I would be put to the brig and see what these Orions are up to. Since you
Okay.
seem to be lacking in true security officers aboard this
Yeah,
station.
we don't. The captain said brig. It's more like a cargo bay that we have a force field around. So,
we need to commend your crew that only female staff are allowed around them.
Will do. Let's. If you want me to take you to the brig, I can. Just follow me. And she gestures for all of you to follow her.
Captain Secure, I don't know what you plan to do at this point, but
Number 1, you proceed and go to the brig and make sure to interrogate the Orion captain. Mr. Terzi, you follow her, and number 1, make sure he doesn't succumb to her wiles while you are doing your job.
I will do my best.
I'll go to Commander Johansson and make sure that he debriefs the Admiral with exactly what's going on. I also then I hit my comm badge and I go, Jumo.
Jumo here.
You are on direct orders to stop and apprehend the Orion vessel. Their crew are to be arrested and put to questioning. Do not destroy them.
Affirmative. Understood.
Secure out.
Okay. What are you gonna do with? What about Cole and
Narn?
Cole.
Narn.
Yeah.
Narn might be useful to me, given that he is a telepath.
But I am also a male, so. Well, considering that we're sobering up and figuring things out, is there any way we could try to figure out how to
contain
resist the
it's
effects?
pheromone. It is
Pheromones.
pheromones, so maybe you just don't smell them.
So would the force field stop it? Yeah, Cole.
I was about to say, maybe we could attempt to remodulate the force field to trap those hormones inside so that we're safe in that, so that we can be safe in the vicinity.
Exactly, yes, because
Then
force
all
fields do
three
let
of you are
through
with me.
air, but since the pheromones are airborne, we would need to stop them somehow, right?
So all three
Let's
of you
get on
will be
it.
going. So all three of you are going to go down to the, and then Captain Ski, you're going to the
Me.
command deck.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. So, Liana is going to take you guys to the Jeffries tubes, to the
Turbo lift.
turbo lift, and send you guys down. And you'll have to wait for the turbo lift to come back up, Captain Secure. But as you guys are going down this, the turbo lift, suddenly you all hear a bang. Let me see if it's actually going to work. I don't think it hasn't been working recently for some reason, but
I'll do a bang for you.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I thought you were going to do your standard bang.
I don't really. The jukebox is broken on full 20 again. But anyways, you guys hear a explosion. So you're at the top of this. You hear this as well, Secure. An explosion happens. Like sparks fly out of through this, and you can feel the turbo lift stops. And when it stops, all the power goes out. And then, once the power goes out, it starts free falling. This turbo lift just starts falling straight down down the shaft really, really quickly.
Cole, work on it now. I don't want to die.
You are all flying off, like, because it's going down. You're basically like being pushed towards the top of it. So you'd have to grab onto something in case you guys don't.
I'm gonna use my cybernetic arm
Grab the
to
railing.
grab something and pull down. Yeah.
Wait. so
Somebody
how-
accidentally grabs me in the wrong spot. No.
How far were they when the turbo lift went off?
About like a deck or two below you.
All right, so it would have been pretty soon after it happened. I would have heard the explosion, so it'd be like
explosions.
right. Okay.
Was that all?
Explosions. And you realize that's the something above you has exploded you. But you guys all need to give me, and you too, because the explosion went off. Captain Secure, you need to give me a daring and fitness, or daring or fitness, and a security check. So whatever you're either daring or fitness, to kind of hold on to something as literally a plasma like conduit's going to blow right behind you. Secure.
I'm gonna give myself focus because I have cybernetics and I use my arm
difficulty of 3.
Ooh. You mean complication?
Difficulty.
I wish I had known that before.
Go ahead and re-roll. So you guys do have.
Okay.
You do have momentum.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 points of momentum there.
The question.
So we set complication range to 3 for that.
No, not complication range. Complication range is still 1, but the difficulty is 3. So
You have to get.
Oh, task roll is 3.
No, task roll is 2.
No,
we have to
he's
get
saying you
3
have to have 3
successes.
successes.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Which
That's
is
what he
possible
means
with
by
2
difficulty.
But you can do you can roll 3 if you spend 1 momentum, which I will.
Okay, go ahead, Secure.
Can I use my survival focus?
Yes.
Okay.
What about
Go ahead,
composure?
Secure.
Sorry.
The question was on the dice roller. So complication range is 1, task roll is 2.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but a difficulty.
Unless you want to spend momentum.
Yeah.
And what was the roll? It was fitness or daring plus security.
Fitness or daring and security. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got 2 successes, and I want to spend momentum to get 3.
Okay, you just say that at the very beginning if you want to say spend.
Right, because if you spend momentum, you get to another task roll.
Yes, that's
I
the idea.
see.
Yeah.
Well, Baj didn't need that extra dice.
So
I'm spending.
Okay, so you're spending 1.
As am I.
I'm gonna
Does
spend
composure count? In
Yes,
this case?
composure will count for both of you guys.
okay, then I'm spending 1.
Okay.
As am I. Nope.
The only person who doesn't take damage, go ahead and re-roll that Secure, because you wanted to spend one more momentum as well, right?
It's even worse.
Okay. Doesn't matter because you'd have to have 3 in order to stop it. So the only person who doesn't get injured is Baj. All of you are going to suffer 3
Can we
stress.
Can I do a determination to re-roll 1?
How would this be part of your determination? What's
Determined to survive a falling.
You have determination is based off your values.
Okay.
So if your values is like survival at any cost, then yeah.
He's very passionate about not dying in an elevator.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so I get it. It goes by values.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Value number 5: don't die to gravity.
Yeah, you don't take a lot of damage.
Okay.
Just 3.
You guys just take 3 stress.
3 stress. So you have stress. That's your health pool. So you take 3. So like, Baj is able to like hold on to the turbo lift walls and like kind of hold on to herself. The rest of you guys are caught unawares by this. It's Secure, like a plasma, conduit explodes behind you. You get tossed forward and bounce your head against the bulkhead. You guys, like, as it comes screeching to a stop, you guys were like trying to grab onto something, but you're like floating up and then just boom, right back down, like you crumple a little bit and kind of hit the ground on top of each other. Baj is the only one standing as this happens. Where is Liana? Liana is also going to have to do this because she was also turbo lift with you guys. Log this in.
It's funny because I would have also had +2 resistance to that if I had taken damage.
Yana is going to Brett. For the first time. So she didn't get hit or hurt. Because I had to click it twice for some reason it wasn't going.
Oh yeah.
So she didn't get hurt. She was able to hold on to Baj a little bit, and then as she comes down, she like stomps accidentally on Anarin's face. She comes down. Oh,
One
sorry,
more
Anarin.
stress.
His
Man,
cybernetic
am I
eye
right?
just pops out.
Yeah.
Ba'aj helps the others up, and she's just asking, like, "Are you all right?" And she's helping you guys up.
Yeah.
Spilt my
Fine.
punch.
I am never leaving engineering again.
You big baby.
I might join you.
So,
All right.
Secure.
So-
You are also
Power out.
alone.
Dark. Okay.
It's darkness. There's no but like backup emergency lighting. It's very dim. You can barely, like most of the powers seem to be very up on like backup power of some kind.
Does my eye help with this?
Yes, you'll be able to see a little bit better.
As
Secure.
an elf, do I get dark vision?
I was about to ask the same exact thing. Oh my
As a space
God.
elf, I don't know. I don't think.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
don't
Vulcans
think so.
get better vision, but
I can
you're able
look
to
in
see.
canon.
It's just like there's a little bit of there's some fire burning nearby from the busted plasma conduit. There's some smoke rising.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Nothing.
Captain Sakir, are you all right? Did anything
Nothing.
happen up there?
You do that. Nothing. You hear,
Oh. Yeah. Womp womp. Communicators seem to be down. We need to start opening. Daxon, do you know where the hatch is? I'll give you a boost.
Up.
yeah, the
All right.
emergency pad hatches up.
Why is
I-
it always away from where you are when you want to get to it? Why do you always have to climb and shit? It's not about Star Trek.
People are
Every
different.
elevator, like,
People are
Down.
different heights.
The emergency hatch is designed for rescue operations to get to the people stuck in the elevator. It is not normally for the people inside the elevator to get out directly.
Well, there's no communicator, so
I know. He wanted to know why it's designed this way. I'm explaining.
right.
Anyway, Commander, give me a boost. I
Okay,
shimmy
climb
the
up.
hatch open. All right.
what's going on with Sakir though?
You're able to pull shit up pretty easily. It's all dark, but you do, and there are ways. There's like side elevators, like ladders. You can climb up and down this turbolift if you need to, but it's going to be hard to do. This is a big station, and like a deck might be separated by like an entire section, so it could be hundreds of feet between each deck. On the station.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll just sing Frere Jacques as we climb.
Can I make some sort of check to figure out if I know where auxiliary power systems would, like the controls for those would be locaed on the station? Because that's going to be my first
Probably
order of
the
business.
lower deck. The command deck is on the top deck, and usually for these kind of stations, and everything else would be below it. So it'd probably be below you, because where you guys were like at before was like the habitation ring, and then.
All right. Commander, if you're okay to check on the captain, I want to see about getting the lights turned back on.
Yes, it would probably be wise that we break up into groups at this point. I don't like the captain being on his own. You saw him shoot earlier.
Split up and search for clues.
He still has my thing.
still has
he
your
never
phaser.
he never gave it back.
No.
Good for him.
Can we tell whether this power outage is station wide or is it just our turbolift?
It seems station-wide when you climb out of the turbolift.
Okay.
Let's cut to Secure real quick. Secure.
Yeah.
It's smoke. There's fire. You're at the entrance to this turbolift.
What happened? Am I by myself?
You're by yourself.
Okay. I try and I immediately try and calm my first officer.
Okay? Nothing.
I try and calm the ship, the Vasquez.
Nothing.
I sit down cross-legged and meditate for a minute.
Trying to think? Okay.
Yes.
Your smoke is starting to fill into this room, so your lungs are kind of getting filled a little bit with this smoke.
He's Vulcan. He's fine.
Okay. So after a moment of clarity, I think to myself, is there any other way to get off this deck? What is causing the smoke?
There's a fire behind you, a plasma fire.
Okay. Is there a fire suppressor somewhere?
There is. It seems like the local fire suppression is down, but there is like an emergency hatch you can use. You can grab and put it out.
Okay. Before I do that, is that the only source of fire? Is that what is causing this entire deck to be?
Give me a
Inside engineering.
Give me a reason engineering for this one.
Reason engineering. Okay.
You'll get it.
Difficulty 1, task 2.
Rolling.
You got it. Yeah, it's the only one that seems to be on fire right now. There seems to be other damage, but this seems to be the only source of fire.
Okay, I rise to action and I try and quench the plasma fire.
AFK for just a minute.
Okay. All right, so it's pretty easy. You're able to pull it open. And there's a little fire extinguisher. You can put out the plasma fire, so the smoke stops billowing. It's still dark, and the smoke is dissipating out into the hallways and kind of spreading out. So it's kind of becoming thin, so it's easier to breathe.
Am I familiar with this sort of station?
Yes.
So it's regulation. So
it's a regulation, and it's very new. So you would have seen this type of design before.
Okay. I am going to try and find my way to where the Admiral is. I suspect that he might be in trouble. Or perhaps...
There's no
Commander.
Admiral on the station. The Commander.
Not the Admiral. Let me bring that back a second. I am actually going to try and make my way to the cargo bay where the brig is to try and get to the that's a good idea, by the way, Naren. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to the cargo bay because if power is out here and if the brig is just a jerry-rigged cargo bay, she is now free to roam about the station. That is not good. So I shall be right. So do I know if there is any way to get there from where I am right now? Is there an emergency staircase?
There's Jeffrey's tubes. You can crawl down the Jeffrey's tubes. You can also crawl. The only way you can go down between decks is the turbo lift, and you're gonna have to crawl down the turbo lift.
Would that be safe?
Just
and
point
how long
of
would
just
that
point
take?
of order. Having studied Star Trek schematics a lot, me as Darge, not as Dal. Just going to say that
ways in.
there are
in
stairs. There are stairs, not just turbo lifts.
This station doesn't have stairs. The station has turbo lift, but it also has Jeffrey's tubes that you can climb up and down levels. You can go down the Jeffrey's tubes. It's a little safer to go down Jeffrey's tubes than it is down the turbo lift shaft. But you kind of have to figure your own way through because Jeffrey's tubes are kind of like a maze. Unless you know exactly where you are, you can get lost pretty easily.
That is true. However, they do follow a logical pattern.
Mhm.
So,
And you have your tricorder.
and I do have my tricorder, which I suspect I try and flick it on. Does it work?
It does.
It does. So I try and go there. How long would it take? Would it be logical for me to try this or try and wait this out?
I mean, you can tell that the station's in trouble, and and generally speaking, logic says you may be the only person who survived whatever happened. So
Okay. So lastly, would I be able to ascertain what happened to the station? What on this station could possibly have gone so critical as to cause the entire station to lose power?
it could have been an attack. It could have been some issue with engineering, like the power core may have had an issue. Because remember, they don't use warp cores for stations; they use fusion power plants. So
Right.
they're a little bit cruder, and they do have a tendency to have faults more frequently. There could be one of many things. The main things are engineering malfunction, some sort of attack, or some combo of the two.
Okay. I do not trust my engineering enough to try and go there and do anything myself, so I'm going to try and reconvene with my crew down where they were supposed to be going. So I shall take a Jeffries tube there and hope that it doesn't take 5 hours to get there.
Okay. So let's cut back to you guys. You guys are on top of the turbo lift. There's a way you can climb up and down. You can go up or down. If you want to go down, you're going to have to crawl by the Jeffries or by the turbo lift down a significant ways. You're going to have to use some.
Do
Alright.
we continue on our in
Well-
our?
Let me figure out what we're doing. Jackson, clearly you will be needed in the engineering sector. Perhaps you can help fix what is going on.
Sorry, one of the things I want to tell, because you pulled out your tricorder, right? Secure to see if it worked.
I did, yes.
You see there is high, dangerously high levels of triolic radiation all around you.
Oh. That's really bad for organic life. So I would
GTFO.
Yeah, I what can I do? I'm going to the cargo bay. I'll proceed.
Okay.
I don't
just wanna
think
make
there's
sure you
anything
knew
else
that.
I could have done. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Rest of you guys.
All right. Jackson, we need you to figure out what is going on with engineering and get power back up if you can. So perhaps you would be best going toward engineering. Terzi, I think it would be still pertinent for us to, go deal with the Orions, because I would suspect they have something to do with what happened. And Aaron, I would advise that you also go with Daxon, unless you have other things that you think that you may be useful for.
Not at the moment. Oh,
But there is the question of the captain. I don't know. The captain is going to be where he is going to be. He is either going to command or he is going somewhere else. I've served with him for long enough to know that he is going to do what is most logical to him. He has a phaser. He is armed. He is fine. I do not like him being by himself, but perhaps if we get some power up, we can get communications working and we can get a dot on where he is. So, you know where to go.
that seems like a logical solution. It seems the captain has been rubbing off on you.
One of
Unfortunately,
the most
he
logical
has.
Klingons I know.
So, now we know our marching orders. You two to engineering. Terzi, you're with me.
Okay.
Understood.
And then the lady, you will show us.
Yeah, Lena,
you
we
will
are-
show us the way.
She will show you the way.
This is the way.
Uh,
Totally different canon.
mixing mythologies.
Yeah, DM, wherever you think she should go. I'm not gonna tell her what to do unless she obviously has her own mind, so she might have something to add here.
What? Do not. So if you only, so if you're gonna climb, give me a daring, or control with a security task. The difficulty is 1, so you only have to do 1, and you're gonna have to give me 1 for every for just all of you. Give me 1 that are going through this, and for the Jeffries tubes, you don't need to. Secure doesn't need to give me anything because it's easy.
Can I make a case for fitness?
Yes, I'll give you
Fitness
for this
counts.
one. Because
Yeah.
this is definitely it's a control, but it could also be a fitness or daring.
And what
So
was the
daring's
second one we were doing?
Security.
Okay.
And it's for all of us
For
that
all
are
of
in
you.
the. Yeah. I am fine. I'm good at climbing stuff.
Yeah, you all have to
Free
get
moment
1.
to wake back.
I used to climb all the trees of Kronos.
Trees on Kronos?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Not
That's
anymore.
actually a good
She
question.
chopped down every single one she climbed.
I am like George Washington with the cherry tree. Yes.
And she does as well. Okay, so you guys all make it to your respective locations. So the first people to arrive would be... Okay, so you make it to engineering. You're able to climb through engineering. Actually, no, you guys get to the Bosch and Terzi make it to essentially what's the transport room and the shuttle bay. She leads you to this. It's a transporter room and there's a shuttle bay. All right. There's not much. It's all off. Power's all off. Just from a glance, you can tell that there's the transporter room is destroyed. Something went off, and that thing is gone. It's going to be non-functional for a while until they can come back and fix it. And as you get down there, you find no one is there. The shields is off for the cargo bay, and there are unlocked and open arms and equipment area there. So there's phaser rifles, hand phasers. There are medical tricorders, regular tricorders, engineering tricorders, pattern enhancers. And there's also replicators. There are like portable replicators that are here as well that have their own power source.
All right, Terzi. Let's get ourselves armed. And I made sure, I since the captain took my phaser, I didn't have a rifle, but I had the Type 2 phaser. But I'm going to take a Type 3 phaser now.
The phaser rifle?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a phaser rifle. I'm gonna say, Terzi, you take whatever phaser you think you are best with. You as well, Miss Lillian. Is that her name?
Liana.
Liana.
She's Liana, and she walks over and grabs a Type 2 Type 1 phaser, the little hand one, the little like tiny one.
And then she
sets it and kind of puts it.
Each of you take an engineering tricorder. I will take a medical tricorder.
Grabs one of the engineering tricorders and a regular tricorder and kind of puts them in her belt.
And then let's take these a couple of these replicators. They do have power sources. Maybe we can reappropriate the power source later.
You can try to. Yeah, you could carry one. We're talking like a portable replicator, so we're talking like a big old case.
Refrigerator. It's like a refrigerator on my back.
Yeah. You could carry it.
I'm strong enough for it.
It would increase the difficulty of moving through the turbo lifts. But as there's a dog barking somewhere in the
I know,
corridor.
it's sorry. It's the dog next door.
Okay.
It is a dog next door. I can't help it.
As you guys are like rearming and grabbing your stuff, within a minute of that, one of the Jeffries tubes opens and slides to the side. You're muted.
Baj does
I'm not saying anything. Oh, her. Okay.
Baj does the you two pay attention, and then she kind of quietly, points you to like take cover behind like some crates or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then she does kind of the same. She kind of does the same, and she kind of sets up just to watch.
Okay. As you do this, you see a figure pull themselves through, look up and see you three, and pulls out a phaser.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
We were already set up for attack.
Yes.
We are on stun, by the way. We are on stun.
Huh. And Sakir now is dead. I'm sorry. You just murdered your captain.
No.
No, I wanted to leave it at the hanging if it was secure or not. But so you fire. All right. So everyone, give me a phaser.
You would have noticed the color of their skin.
Well, it's super dark.
Oh, it's
Like,
dark.
yeah.
True. Well,
It's dark.
I'm not back to the gaming.
There's it's dark and there's a lot of destruction. There's like debris everywhere. So it's one of those situations where you don't quite 100% know who climbs out, until they got a little closer. So, but they saw you guys and pulled out a phaser. So,
Yeah, that's why she just immediately was like, "Yep, where to shoot."
okay, give me a control security for all of you guys.
And then small unit tactics, I still get right because that's what we're literally doing.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Yes.
Yep.
Baaj is doing well today.
So
Favorite weapon.
Liana and Terzi miss, but you hit.
Yeah, I need to actually. I
Look
did
up
never
a Type
put
3
phaser.
phaser.
Type 3.
Yeah.
I have the thing for it. Just tell me where is the equipment?
I think it's
The
version
page?
2 is what it is, but look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm on the book. I'm just scrolling through it, just trying to find it. Wait, is that it? No. Combat. Where's equipment? Come on. Because I have Type 2 phaser, I just don't have Type 3. I should put Type 3 in my thing, because she's one of the only ones that's like cleared to carry one at will.
I'm just checking memory alpha. I don't think Type 3 have stun. No, they do. They do.
They do.
They do.
All
All
phasers have
phasers
stun.
Phasers
Yeah.
do have stun. Disruptors don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what separates the Federation from everybody else.
Yeah.
Most
That's the
others
reason what-
opt
yeah.
for disruptors.
And phasers
Yeah,
also
once-
have higher settings. They can actually do a lot more damage.
Yeah. If
than
a
what
Type 3 phaser kills, it's instant vaporization.
it is a damage rating of 4 delta. So
4
it's-
delta?
Yeah, so it's 4 d6.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I need to know. I figured
And
it had to
also-
be at least 1 or 2 more.
It also has accurate quality, and it has an escalation
it
of
real
2.
Type 3. It
You're
has
your,
what
your
quality
camera froze,
again?
by the way.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. What's the quality again?
Accurate and charge.
Accurate charge. And the effect was
It's got a cost, which is opportunity 1, escalation 2. So the cost essentially is it would escalate threat when you use it.
and something 2. What was the 2?
Escalation 2.
Okay. Okay, now I can roll it. Okay, sweet. And then I'll fix my camera. There you go. Oh, wait, I didn't mark it as a ranged weapon. Sorry. Let me re-roll that. There we go.
Okay, and what does accurate do? Let me look at that real quick.
That's a good question.
So are these just descriptors and you have to apply sort of different settings yourself, or does the site actually figure out what it is?
Well, I think the issue is with this one. I think it's like Type 3 is 4, so she puts in 4 d6. So the actual weapon just puts in 4, and she clicks it. All of her additions, her additional weapon focus or security focus, will add to that damage.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because if you hover over where you click the die, it says security plus weapon damage. That's the macro for it. So it's automatically adding your security as part
No,
of
but
your
I mean
damage.
that the accurate in charge and the up one is.
So these are a little bit different. So like accurate, for instance, is the weapon is especially precise, often incorporating additional sights that allow the user to more accurate. If the character performs an aim minor action before making the attack with this weapon, which I assume you did because that's what the whole point of your
Yeah.
Before making an attack with this weapon, any number of d20s may be re-rolled instead of the normal benefits of aiming. Also,
So it's like I could. Yeah.
Yeah. And then charge allows it to scale it. So if you want to prepare a minor action before attacking, the weapon may add one of the following damage effects: area, intense, piercing, or vicious.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that. I'm just trying to knock somebody down and figure out who the hell they are.
So all hand favors can be vicious 1 if you want, because they're charge. But it would also increase.
I'm not looking to kill whoever that is, though. I'm just looking to.
It's like setting phasers to kill is what vicious 1 would be.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Paul, does that accurate mean I can re-roll my miss?
Were you using a rifle or the hand phaser?
Yeah, he is. He
I
took
picked
the
up a
rifle.
3 and a 2.
You can re-roll that miss.
Okay.
Any number of misses, so you can re-roll that miss.
Yeah, so I just need to re-roll as 1.
Yep. You hit.
Yay!
Roll me some damage.
Okay. And what is that? Just 4 in the damage?
Yeah, put four in there.
And range, yeah.
It should just pick up when he just puts it in there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Did that do right?
Yeah, because you have high weapons, don't you? I think
A little bit.
It's the security. It's the security that's giving him the extra.
Yeah, I think his security is higher than Baj's.
No,
I
it's
love
not.
your
We both
spelling
have
of
security
opportunity.
5.
Yeah, whatever. I was typing it quickly.
Okay, so that's.
Opportunity.
I mean, just Baj's things is gonna knock this guy out because it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Poor Captain Secure. Sorry, buddy. No.
It's a good thing this isn't Stargate, because if you shot him with a Zet Nicotil, 1 shot stuns, 2 shots kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since you're both preparing and both go off at the same time, you both you hit because the type 3
Nail 'em.
phaser is the one actually it depends. I'm gonna rule that these are the type 3 phasers that had the sights built into them, the ones you see on Voyager, rather than the hand ones you see that look kind of like hand phasers that they added a stock to
The hands.
from
phaser rifles are
DS9.
way cooler. Come on.
Yeah,
They're way
it's a phaser
cooler.
rifle.
Let's just make them cool.
Yeah,
You know?
let's make them cool.
I
I feel like those are more like phaser carbines than they are rifles, because they're like extended pistols rather than the
it's like a
rifles themselves.
Lupara, you know.
So yeah, you both fire, and it hits this thing. This guy flies backwards, dropping his weapon, just unconscious on the ground.
And then immediately she starts to just kind of she goes to the person's, I want to say body, but they're not dead, so she just goes to them.
Okay, so you walk up to them.
And she tells Tersey to cover her. She's like, Tersey, cover me just in case.
I imagine you guys are walking up with your phaser rifles drawn, kind of look down.
Yeah.
Negative. No, I'm covering her by watching the other direction.
Okay.
Not facing towards the
he's
the guy
covering
that's
my
unconscious.
6.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
take
not
care of the
facing
person
her.
walking up.
Yeah.
You walk up, and I'm assuming that you have a light on the rifle or something, because they know.
At this point, I've had to have found a freaking flashlight in that supply closet.
Well, I think most phaser rifles have the attachment for a light. That you can
I
put
think
onto
they do.
them,
Yeah, so she'd have it turned on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she turns the light on. You kind of look over, and you see a Orion, in full combat armor with a which you thought was a phaser is actually disruptor.
Yeah. So I use the medical tricorder to make sure he's not gonna die on me.
He's fine. He's just knocked out. He's just gonna wake up with a massive headache. His whole body's going to hurt after that. He got double stunned.
Tersey, we will need to find something, or maybe Miss, what's her name again? Liara. Miss Liara. Perhaps you could find something that we can restrain him with.
Possibly. She looks through some of the
Rope,
cabinets
anything.
and then finds some handcuffs. She walks up and handcuffs him. Where do I put him? I'm not security.
Here, I'll drag him for you. And she drags him kind of in she's gonna put him in a place where he's not necessarily gonna she's gonna block him in somewhere, so if he does get on his feet,
It's gonna have a hard time getting out.
yeah, exactly. Like
Right.
like if there's a cargo container that just like with the top
Yeah,
off of it, that
there's
would be
plenty-
perfect.
Plenty of cargo containers you can throw.
Yeah,
behind you
she'll
when-
she'll have she and Terzi, she could probably handle it herself, but she'll have Terzi like grab the other side of him and kind of put him in the cargo container. So it's like the only thing he could possibly do is try to knock it over, but it's gonna be too weighted for that.
Okay. As you do
She'll-
that, you put them in there. You kind of weight it on there. You hear another poof, chook, and like Jeffrey's tube thing like opens up and pushes to the side. It's super dark, and you see a figure crawling out, and that's where we're going to take a break. So,
Woo! Woo! This is exciting.
we'll give you guys a few
Oh, yeah.
minutes, and then we'll cut from that
Yeah.
to some of the other people, see what's going on. So, you guys,
Yeah, sweet.
we'll be right back. So these guys use the restroom. Go ahead, grab some restroom, grab something to drink, grab something to eat. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Get your popcorns.
Popcorns.
Back. Shit.
All right, now we're back. I unmuted you guys. Okay, so I was thinking
Hey!
over the break. Someone joked about the frisbee team needs to be a thing. One of the ideas I had for merch was USS Vasquez frisbee team with like a picture of a plate with some blood on it.
And a piece of turkey flying off.
Yeah, a little piece of turkey flying off of it.
Crying
I said,
face.
or
Okay, emoji.
turkey or
100.
some turkey or some random avian species.
We just met them. We're not eating.
Are we sure?
How do you know you didn't just eat one? How do you know?
So
Because they were much larger than your average turkey.
So we're going to cut back to the action. We're going to leave the suspense brewing in the cargo bay, and we're going to cut to engineering with Anarin and Cole kind of kick open the hatch. You guys climb in. The engineering looks like a mess. It's a large circular room at the very base of the station. The fusion reactor takes up the center of the room. And there is a case for it to. You can be ejected in case of emergency, and there's computer monitors and control panels all over the place. And you find two dead engineers. One of the panels is on fire, and you're hearing like warning, like brrr, brrr, brrr. I can't play it for you guys because my thing is broken, but. You're hearing like it's fire. There's fire. There's smoke's filling everything. Warning sirens are going off. Klaxkins are going off. Everything seems to be like dim or out of power.
Anyway, sorry, drones distracted me. So it's at this point that Cole becomes business Cole. Tie on and all that. No, Anarin, see if you can locate the fire suppression systems. I'm gonna hopefully get some diagnostics on the engine core here,
Aye.
the fusion core. I pull out my trusty engineering tricorder.
Okay.
And like stab my way through the smoke with my tricorder out.
There is no way to turn off to turn on fire suppression. This thing is going haywire. The plasma core is like it's bad. Like there's nothing you can see that can put out the fire.
Oh, good. All right. Well, I'm still engineering tricorder
Yeah.
through the
So
smoke, covering as much as best I can.
You think that you probably can shunt the plasma flow away from it, but it's going to take you some time. You probably have to get access to some of the one of the panels. There's a couple panels that are flickering, kind of barely functioning.
Awesome. And Naran, I'm gonna need your eyes here, or specifically your eye. Without power, getting my hands on these wires is gonna be a little harder than usual, but I can guide you.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I kick open the bottom of one of the flickering panels
Mhm.
to see if we can rewire it to be actually active.
Yeah, you can do that. It just requires a daring or a control engineering task, difficulty 1. It's pretty easy.
Okay, so he'll be performing it. I'll be assisting because I'm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got jury rigging, so that gives me a focus.
That gives you focus for sure.
That definitely gives me a focus, and I'm gonna spend 1 momentum.
Okay.
What you say? You said.
Control engineering.
Control engineering.
Control engineer. Control
Because
engineering.
you're trying to rewire it to kind of bring power back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my assist. Not that it matters. We've basically maxed out momentum at this point.
Yeah. So you kind of walk him through the process, and he's able to like readjust some wires and everything comes back up. Everyone, you guys, by the way, everyone remove 1 stress from your character sheet, like take away, so you lose 1 more stress. Just because you're feeling weak, like everything you're doing is just taking a little bit longer, and you're feeling drained as it's going.
The radiation's getting to us.
Yeah,
Even the ones that didn't eat the chicken.
yes, even the ones who didn't eat the chicken.
All right.
Chicken.
So
Navarin. Spelt with Y's, not I's.
so you get it back up, and it's going to be a daring engineering task to shunt the plasma flow away from it, from the broken conduit.
Is that
All
me
right.
again? Or
So once we get power up, I'm like jumping on the console to.
Okay, cool.
You can still assist him.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, I do not have any focuses that apply here.
Daring engineering, you said?
Daring engineering, yeah.
Daring engineering.
You're doing this in the middle of a plasma fire, like all around you. So he doesn't help, but he still managed to do it. So, beep, 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 hitting the L cars, getting everything kind of thing, and then all of a sudden you just goes, fire kind of goes out, and the plasma kind of reroutes a little bit. And once
since the power's back up,
the power goes back up. Yeah, once the plasma kind of reroutes, the power goes, and the power comes back up too for all of you guys.
Assuming the emergency lights are still on.
The emergency lights are not on because all the lights pop up, but you're getting a readout on the screen. There is still massive power drain from the fusion drive.
All right, we've got 3 main priorities. First things first, whatever passes for shields on this damn station. Then we got to get communications back up. Then we can work on whatever my third priority that I thought of was that I've forgotten in the middle of this sentence.
Well,
we can.
You can tell that from the power going back up, communication seems to be back online.
Yeah, I was about to say
All right.
communications was the other one.
I hit my comms immediately.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Meyer to press the button.
I did.
Oh, it didn't come through. Okay.
Yeah.
So I hit my comms and then Captain, come in.
Chief, come in.
Inaran and I have managed to restore power. And Bash and Terzi went with Liana to go see if they could find the Orion and her bodyguards, but obviously I haven't heard from them yet.
Well done. I don't mean to alarm you, but there is disturbingly high amounts of triolic radiation permeating the station from the star. I am on my way to cargo right now. However, I'm going to get out on this floor and make my way back to admin to make sure that Captain Johansson is still with us.
Sounds good. Dal and I will try and get the shields back up, or at least something in place to reduce the effects of the radiation. It's already starting to hit me a little bit.
And me too. Very well.
So that's what it was. I thought it was a turkey.
Secure out.
Okay.
Space turkeys do not contain tryptophan.
when with him saying that, you can pick up the trial radiation, and it's incredibly high here compared to what it should be, and you can actually cite the source. You can find the source really easily.
What's that?
the fusion core.
Oh, okay.
It's emanating from the fusion core. This is not normal. Not normal for a fusion core to happen.
Nope. All right.
And
First
Anarin,
thing I'm
you
doing
know-
is seeing if there's. Oh, God.
And Narin, you know that there's triolic radiation emanating from the star, and the star itself is also dying.
Well, we need power. We need power. Is there any way we can shield the core to prevent the radiation from leaking out? As a first means, and then we figure out what's going on.
You can try.
This is a question to Cole.
Okay, cool.
We could certainly look at that. I'm also checking the status of the station's like battery backups.
You have 6 hours until the station will be reduced to emergency power. It'll lose. I'm sorry, 5 hours. You'll have. It's 8 hours until the station loses all power, and it'll be 9 hours until habitable atmosphere on the station is completely drained.
That's on battery.
Yes. You basically
Okay,
have.
so right now
9
we're on the
hours until
fusion core, but it's killing us.
Yes.
If we shut off the fusion core, we have 9 hours.
Well, no. The fusion core is also draining power. The power is slowly fading away from the fusion core. So
Right.
that's with battery backups and what's currently left in the fusion core with its current rate of decay. You have 9 hours until all atmosphere will be completely drained on the life support will completely fail.
What if I
gotta-
eject the core?
If you eject the core, it will you'll have less hours because you have less battery backup than the core does.
Yeah,
I got a hunch, Cole.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna find a sensor console and see if there's any sort of energy connection between the fusion core and the sun happening. Sort of like
Give me a reason. Insight science check for that one. And
inside science.
this is going to be an extended task because it's going to take you a while. So with extended tasks, you roll for the extended task for success. The difficulty is going to be 4. The resistance soak is 4. So essentially, it would normally be a difficulty 1, but because it's difficulty 4, because it's resistance 4, it's now a difficulty 4. So you have to get a breakthrough in order to reduce the resistance, which will reduce the.
Okay, I'm gonna do a task roll of 4 since we're so good with momentum before.
Yeah.
I am also assisting.
Okay.
Okay. So you said insight science,
This will take
complication
30
range.
Complication range is 1 normal complication.
Okay, and I don't have a focus for this.
Once we get all the data as well, I also like comms both the captain, or yeah, I comms back to the captain, like quick, because I assume that took like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Just quick update, Captain. Just got a readout from the computer. We've only got about 9 hours of habitable atmosphere left at current status. Dal and I are working on it, but thought you should be kept abreast.
Understood. Thank you very much. Keep me apprised of the situation. I'm still on my way to the commander. Secure out.
Understood.
Would my quantum mechanics focus apply here?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, big whammy no monkeys.
Yeah, this is going to take about 30 minutes, and then once you do this, we'll switch back. Okay,
So,
that's
damn
it,
4. That's
double.
what you needed.
Point of order.
5.
Secure hanging up first is the closest he has to joy.
The closest thing he gets to happiness in this world is him hanging
I
up
find
first.
it satisfying.
Most
Agreeable.
satisfying.
Agreeable.
So now, Darj, you're going to need to roll me your, I believe, science plus 2 plus your science. So a total of 6 d6, which is the little the
Challenge dice.
Yeah.
6.
And we got 1 point of momentum back because I
Yes.
helped.
Okay, so 6 challenge dice. Okay.
because it's your whatever the focus was plus your plus 2. So you got some deltas on there, and I believe the deltas are automatic breakthroughs. So
I don't know if I'm rolling this correctly, but
you did it
okay.
right. So 6.
You rolled the right number of dice.
Okay.
So 6. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3. So you got 3 breakthroughs in that roll, because each of those deltas counts as a breakthrough, and each they also count as 1. So you have 2 breakthroughs plus you got 5, and that's all you need to do is 5 or more to be able to get another breakthrough. So you reduce the and even if that's not the rule, that's the rule now. To prevent arguments. So you've reduced the difficulty down to 1. So the difficulty is 1 and the resistance is 1, and you're able to get 5 on the work track done.
Damn.
And the work track is 10. So you only need 5 more for the work track, and you can do this.
Okay.
Actually, no. You know what? I know what the resistance soak is. Resistance soak is that you put that in first, and then you add it towards the work track. So you only got 1 on the work track done, but you still got 2 breakthroughs. So you're now down to difficulty 2 with resistance of soak of 2, and you've got 9 left on the magnitude of 2. Yeah.
Whatever you say. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just
Essentially,
tell me what to roll next.
Okay, I'm just trying to do this. Basically, you're about halfway done through this.
Okay.
Let's cut back to the cargo bay, and you guys were watching as another character is stepping out from the shadows. They step forward, and you see it's a Nausicaan with a disruptor pointing it towards you.
I'm shooting.
Okay, then shoot.
I'm not waiting for command on that one.
Yeah. You're
Can
muted.
Buster shoot if she's muted?
Sorry. I was saying all the stuff just now. Jeez.
Yeah.
No, what she's gonna do too is like one of the things she would do is sort of be the one to take his attention.
Okay.
So
you're
she's basically. Yeah,
You're
she's trying to make
distract
herself the most obvious target, so that way people like Terzi, who's hopefully started to pick up on her style, like he can kind of be a little sneaky.
Give me a presence security check and then fire.
Okay, gotcha.
And tell me what you're going to do to kind of get his attention, so he's focused on you, not.
I'm just gonna step out, pointing the phaser rifle, and say, "I think you know that today is a good day to die." For you.
There we go.
For you to poop on. No.
Good day today for me to poop on. Go ahead, roll me some. Give me a presence security check for you, and then give me a control security for the shot.
Okay. And then control security. Man, she needs to get better control. I did not hype that stat up enough.
It's a good one.
And I used the focus in the last roll. I'm going to use it here because again, she's just doing what she does. So I got a 1 for the attack.
Okay, so you miss with the attack. Go ahead.
That's a disruptor, so I'd like to use 1 momentum.
Okay. You needed it. Give me damage. I'm assuming you're doing stun, right?
Yeah, phaser rifle stun.
Okay.
Well, he stunned the crap out of him.
Stunned the shit out of him because those
I think
deltas
I think we're good. We know
as
two.
the thing that comes off. So yeah. You're like, today is a good for you today to die for you. He goes, what? And you fire and you miss, and then like a bolt of energy comes out because like the phaser rifles like fire bolts rather than like beams, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And they're like phaser cannons. It's like hand phaser cannons. So you just hits him. He goes flying backwards. Disruptor skitters across the ground. And as that happens, Captain Secure, you hear it muted.
For you, today is a good day to die.
And then you hear two phaser shots, and then like a thing kind of coming down the Jeffries tube from where you are.
Yeah, thuds.
Right.
Clever girl.
They should have saved that one for when we meet a Saurian species.
So I'm on my way to administration still, right?
Well, because you were originally going down to.
I
Margo.
was. I was, but then the moment the power came back on, I decided to get out from the nearest exit and then take the lift, continuing to go to the admin, to find
Okay, so
commander.
catch you. You're going up to the security. You go when you reach to the command deck. You reach the command deck. Doors open. Flames everywhere. The fire suppression system has not seemed to work. There's just bulkheads have collapsed. There's fire burning from plasma readouts. And you see Johansson kind of like crushed underneath a
Under his
bulkhead.
chair.
Well, fortunately for me, Vulcans have 8 times the strength of the average human, so I'm going to attempt to rescue him from underneath the rubble.
Okay, if you do so, you realize you're going to get hurt. There's too much fire around him. You'd get burned. But you
Right.
can do it.
Is there a fire suppressor around? Forget the fire suppressor. This is his life comes first. I'm going to risk the damage and try and rescue Johansson.
You can resist the damage. Give me
Resist the damage.
a daring or fitness and a security check. So essentially, it's kind of like grabbing something like a piece of cloth or like something or like kind of like seeing the right angle, so you can be like, okay, I can get to him, pull him out before I get burned, kind of thing.
How many task
Well,
rolls?
Vulcans also live in a higher, like a lower amount of oxygen, as well as a hotter atmosphere.
Hotter
So they are
atmosphere.
somewhat resistant to heat, just not like fire.
So I shall roll complication range 1, task roll 1.
Task roll 2. And,
Task roll 2.
And you can do daring or fitness and security.
Okay. Daring and fitness and security. I'm checking to see if any of so I have a focus of team dynamics, and this is certainly taking one for the team, considering he is Federation. Is that too much of a stretch?
No, I can see that. I'll see that. It's also well within your values.
Correct. Crew before mission, mission before self. All right. Rolling.
Didn't help.
Did not
It's okay.
help.
You
Two
still
failures.
pull him out, but you take 5 stress from that. Not injured, but you take 5 stress.
Okay.
Your shirt's a little singed. You're getting
So,
Captain Kirk.
You
shirt
had
look.
3 stress from the initial situation, and then you take 5 additional stress from this one. So you
I
take a
have
total of
1 stress left. One more.
Oh.
A sneeze, and I am out. For the
But you pull him out, like you're covered in soot and you're coughing as you're pulling him out of the command deck, and he's barely holding on to life.
I try and I try and attend to his situation. I try and I use whatever I can in order to make sure that he doesn't expire at the end of the scene. I believe there's something for this.
Daring plus medicine with the difficulty 2 to stabilize him. You can
Okay.
also or you can do control medicine if you have like any kind of medical equipment, but I don't think you have any medical equipment.
I do not have any medical equipment on me, I think. So
don't
would
think
it
you-
still be control?
Be control, yeah.
Okay. Control and medicine. And I imagine it's still using my focus. Correct.
Yes.
Rolling. 0-1.
Okay. So you are not able to stabilize him. You need to get him to a medical bay or medical facilities pretty quickly.
Okay. In that case, I reach out. Once I assess the situation, I reach out to my communicator, and I I go to secure to Inarin. Or in fact, no, I'll talk to I'll reach out to Baj instead. Secure to number 1. I've located Commander Johansson. He is not in a good way. I need to find a way to stabilize him. How is your situation down there?
Muted.
Number 1, I am not a telepath.
Is there something wrong with your communicator?
Is there something wrong with your communicator? You are currently muted on Discord. Out of character.
Oh,
Thanks.
by the way, I forgot to mention this. Because he was your rival, yet you saved him, you get another determination.
Oh. In which case, I would like to use my can I retcon my previous save?
I was muted anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Go for it. And you can use the determination if you want to, because it's an automatic double success. So,
right, I will
that resets, right?
It resets at the end of every.
Okay. Right.
You always get 1 per session for sure. Yeah. You're always guaranteed 1 determination, but like you can get the DM can award extra ones based on how you use your values.
Mm-hmm.
How many successes would I need in order to stabilize him?
2.
I would like to use my determination to get both and forego the dice.
Yeah. Okay. So you're able to pull him out, and you kind of like you kind of cover up his wounds. You kind of patch up it a little bit, and he kind of looks at you and goes, "Ugh. Well, I guess you won this round too, Sakir. But I'm glad you did."
As am I. Let us get you somewhere safe.
Yeah.
There's fire around here.
You get on the power why I keep saying power lifter. It's not the right one. It's
Turbo lift.
Yeah, turbo lift. So you can get back on the turbo lift if you want. But he's gonna need surgery from just from the looks of things.
Right. Would you like me to carry you, or are you able to walk?
Carry me. I think my legs are broken.
Very well. Just making sure so I don't humiliate him further. So I carry him over my shoulder, and I walk to the turbo lift, and I go down to the rest of the crew. In cargo, I imagine, would be the safest place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like everything else seems to be mostly taken care of.
Okay. In that case, I calm for Baj. Number 1.
Communicators are working. Good. Glad somebody told me finally.
I have located Commander Johansson. He is not in a good way. I have managed to stabilize him. However, he is going to need emergency surgery. We shall be reconvening at the cargo area. I believe that might be the safest place left on the station.
You are right. But even here, it is. There's somebody crawling out for us every 2 minutes, it seems.
Who are they?
Orion and their minions.
I see. Appraise me of the situation. What is going on? The power is back up, but how is everybody? Where are you?
Well, we sent Cole and Anarin off to engineering to do some work there, and then the rest of us, Terzi, myself, and what's her name? Liara?
Liana.
Liana. We are down here in cargo, and we've captured Orion and the other guy. What are they called?
Very well. We shall meet you at cargo. Reach out to the Vasquez and see what's going on with them. Have they captured the Orion ship?
I will find out. I will see you soon, Captain.
Secure out.
And then, yeah,
that was a tie. That was a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tie. That's gonna be our thing. Is we just hit it at the same time all the time.
Who can turn it off faster?
Yeah, it's a race. So yeah, Vasquez, how are we doing?
No response.
Vasquez.
No response.
Vasquez.
Can't hear
Point
anything.
of order to Game Master.
Mhm.
If the Vasquez is lost,
And Meyer
destroyed,
froze.
or missing, call the show Star Trek Vasquez.
No, it's not lost. It just seems to be out of range.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I combat correct to him. Captain, I believe it is out of range. So
Very well.
we will not find anything out for a while. Barge out.
Understood.
All right.
Number one,
Sir,
secure out.
damn him! And cargo, there's just like this heard from cargo.
Meanwhile,
Drop
Liana's
ship.
just standing there like,
Now is not the time.
Liana's going to say, hey, you should probably check the science labs. It's probably the only other place that someone might be.
What do you mean check? For survivors or for these
Survivors or for more information of what's going on? They seem to be like that's the only place you seem to have not sent anybody yet. I can go there if you want me to.
I can go with you and escort you. Terzi, can you handle this area by yourself, or would you like to go with us? Well, wait, the captain's coming this way. Right?
Your prerogative, Exo.
Terzi, take her. I will stay here and
Aye.
wait for the captain.
Okay.
Exo.
So, she takes you up to the science labs, and this is gonna be fun. Anyways, you take
On our way, I tell her if she starts to get a headache to let me know.
Yeah. You find the doors open and it's chaos. There's just tons of debris everywhere, and you see a couple of scientists huddled in groups trying to figure out what happened. Some of them, one of them goes like, "It's the Orions. I'm telling you, it's the Orions. They're the ones who caused this." Another one says, "No. They would make no sense for them to do this in the first place." And as you step out, Leon's like, "What's going on?" Like, well, okay, so power went out. Our sensors are down. Where have you been? Power was out, I should say. The sensors are now down. Where have you been? She goes, in the cargo bay. It's like, what? It's like, we've been attacked by Orions. See, I told you it was the Orions. So, they're arguing back and forth about who it was. But it seems like the labs are functioning. The sensors are down.
Well, I guess I'll go over and see what the computers are saying and happened here.
Okay,
Like, is there any kind of info?
Give me a control science check for this one.
Yeah, this is gonna fail.
Yeah,
This is gonna fail, but
it's only difficulty 1, so.
it's still I'll try.
Console explodes. You die.
I did specify that this would fail.
You walked
sent
over.
the wrong guy to this.
This is funny because you walk over and you start typing on the L-cores, and as you type on the L-cores, you hit a button and the computer comes over and says unauthorized access to station files. This station will now this terminal will now cease operation. I'm just sitting there going,
Great.
what did I touch? Like you just touched one button and it does that. It's like, whoa, okay. I don't know what I'm doing. The rest of the scientists look at you, kind of like one walks over and pushes it again and boots it back up and goes, what are you looking for?
Trying to figure out what's going on here.
We need some help getting the sensors back online. We have all of our diagnostic tools running, but the sensors seem to be down.
Come on, Meyer.
And announced you're gonna do it first.
Yes.
Nobody else does. XO.
Bash.
The sensors are down. Any chance we can start working on that and see if we can figure a way out of this mess?
I am sure we can get to Mr. Cole and Mr. Anaran on that, and perhaps I can send Mr. Anaran to you if he is not as needed by Mr. Cole.
Your call.
We'll see. All right.
Tozy out.
Gah!
All right. So, as you go,
when we started this, I had no idea the game would evolve into Communicator Commander.
as you hang, you go, oh, as you're hanging up, you hear click, 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 as like footsteps kind of coming up from behind you.
Turn around. Obviously.
Not you.
Phaser pointed.
Commander
Yeah.
Commander Baash.
Oh.
She stays still for a moment,
And as you're sitting
holding
still,
her hand,
yeah, hold hand.
and then
You hear a very familiar face. Well. If it isn't Miss Headache.
it is you. And I turn around.
You see her there, phaser pointed at you, with one of the Nausicaans who was knocked out, like he's kind of holding his head a little bit, but he's got his knife drawn as well. He goes, the hell is happening to this damn station?
We thought you did it.
Why would I want to blow up the station that I'm in?
That's fair. Well, your ship took off.
You know, lady, you're making a lot of sense.
I don't know why my ship took off. It probably lost communication, figured the worst, and ran. Now drop that rifle.
You dropped yours.
I'm the one who's got it pointed at you.
I'm a Klingon.
Well, then cling off that rifle, and let's talk a little bit more.
Baj just throws it down.
Okay.
Or actually, she just throws it. I was going to have her break it, but I'm like, that might be a bad idea.
Explosion, we all die. Good. And so the Nausicaan walks up and kind of like leans over and picks it up and kind of pulls it away from you. She goes, okay, now, you're going to tell me exactly what's going on in this station. And then you are going to tell your friends to back off my ship. Because I'm assuming you probably blew it up, or you probably took her for some reason. You stupid Federation, all your damn rules.
First of all, our crew was under direct order not to destroy your ship. And second of all, we are not in communication with our ship. It is out of range, as is yours. You are in the same boat as the rest of us, so you either help us get this station back going, or we all die, because bad things are happening, you know?
He looks at you and goes, if I help you, you'll let me and my crew go?
So long as you haven't committed any crimes, there's no reason for us to not let you go. However, your people were arming and shooting at us, though it sounds like it may have been everybody confused about what's going on. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. So let's not make enemies today. And don't use your pheromones! It's bad!
You stinky woman.
Haven't you heard of consent? You Klingons know about consent. We bite each other's face.
She kind of looks down, puts the phaser away, and goes, what do you need me to do?
Well, first, I'm picking. Let's put arm our phasers, yet not, use them right now. And let us figure out what is needed where. And we need to find a way to call your people off from shooting at any personnel here that are trying to work.
She looks over at the two guys you knocked out and just, like drug into like the thing was still open.
They shot first.
She goes, "Those are the only ones I had on station."
All right. Well, let's leave them there. They're probably fine. They're having a nap.
Kind of looks over the Noska and kind of gestures over, and goes, "The other one didn't make it. The explosion killed him. Your batleth did most of the job, but the explosion finished him off."
I'm sorry you lost your comrade.
I am too.
All right, let's move on to getting something done. And then at this point, I'm going to hit the badge first.
Liar.
Oh, Anoran, what is your status?
Yeah, what is it says?
You're just finishing up the first like wave of like analyzing. You're trying to analyze compare the data from the sun to the fusion core, right?
Yeah. We're trying to ascertain what's going on with the plasma core. It's draining power at a much more accelerated rate than it should be, and we think there is some correlation to what is happening with the star.
It's also emitting high amounts of triolic radiation and cooking us from the inside out. Just saying.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's important.
Mr. Cole, I know that you have much going on, but is there any way that you can perhaps prioritize sensors? No, wait, do I know that?
Yeah, because that's
Just-
what.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can prioritize the station's sensors?
I'm gonna reiterate, cooking us from the inside out.
Well, until we can get off the ship, there's nothing else we can do except repair what we have and try to prevent what is going on. So, I ask you again, is there any way that you can prioritize sensors?
Sure. You know what? It tracks. The commander prefers her crew members to be extra crispy. Sounds very Klingon. Anyway,
I'm gonna interrupt. I got this. You can get on the sensors.
fantastic.
Okay, give me.
Hold out.
You know, for someone who acts like crew is family, he does not do a good job at respecting
Have
his
you-
mother!
Okay, let's. Family bickers.
all the
Yeah.
time. All right. So, give me
Yeah.
a.
Throws his hands up
Does he
and
hang up
wanders
on me?
over to another console to be like, I guess we're getting the sensors back online.
Difficulty 0, engineering control.
All right.
See how easy it was.
Difficulty 0.
Yeah, which means you have to roll. You just have to not get a complication.
Get complications.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Just like 3 taps of the Alcar's sensors come back up. And this will reduce the difficulty by 1 for your extended task. There.
Okay.
So it's now difficulty 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I also just hit my comm badge again. Commander, sensors are back online. Hope you're happy. Call out.
Ah! Ah!
Okay. So,
what do I got?
so now you can give me another roll. I believe it is insight.
Inside science.
Inside science. Was it before or
Yeah.
after we started to have the phaser fight? And I think it was before. Yeah, it's inside science.
Yeah.
Difficulty
It-
is still. Now it's difficulty 3. So
Right. I'm
magnitude
gonna spend
is 2.
2 momentum
Okay.
because this seems very important to figure out what the hell's going on. So, and I've got to focus and still okay.
Damn. Okay. You got 4, so you get another momentum back. Now roll me your science plus 2.
Right, science plus 2, that's 6. Okay.
Because as you're doing this, you get a comm from the scientists. They go, lab to engineering.
Engineer here.
See, you're trying to figure out what's going on. We can help you down here if you need.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay. So instead of giving you assists, they reduce the soak to 0. So basically, everything you're doing now is straight work tasks. So you have 2 more breakthroughs, which I think reduces it entirely. Plus, you'd have another breakthrough with just... So yeah, you're able to finish it up in about 30 minutes. So a close examination of the sun's surface shows a superheated gases are simply vanishing at the precise area where trialic waves are being emitted. After running through some numerous intensive scans, you discover that there are massive entities on the surface of the sun, many kilometers in diameter. These entities are slightly out of phase with most of the life forms, with a positive phase variance of 0.004, which renders them undetectable without using precise settings. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of these entities that appear to be consuming vast quantities of energy from the sun, which is the cause of the faster decay. Something about this process is causing the trialic waves. Interestingly, these entities appear to be in the process of spawning. Each of them seems to be spawning smaller, new versions of itself. These entities are mostly oblong in shape, about 1 meter in diameter and 2 to 3 meters in length. These young are leaving the sun immediately and heading to deep space, probably in search of stars of their own. Apparently, the station and the station's fusion generators drew the entities towards the source of the food, as a source of food, because it's the same process that's going on.
Yeah, fusion. Interesting. So we have an out-of-phase alien sucking on the
fusion.
Yeah, on the fusion core and emitting the trialic radiation as a byproduct.
Let's call a spade here. We're getting pooped on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, as this is going on, as you're tapping it up, you you arrive down in the cargo bay, right? Holding the commander. As you walk out, you see Paja and and Baj, the Orion woman and Baj kind of standing there. And Paja looks at it and goes, "Oh, Heinrich. Looks bad." And as you take one step out of the turbo lift, you've been feeling weak drained from all the radiation exposure. You collapse down onto the ground because you're now out of stress. Because everyone loses an additional stress from the trialic radiation effects, and he was down to 1.
I'm all stressed out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You just see the captain take one step out of the turbo lift and collapse down in front of you guys. He's not dead. He's just unconscious.
Yeah, I instantly run over to him and I'm like, "Captain!" And then I look back at the lady and I'm like, "We need to get them medical attention immediately."
She kind of rumbles through like a kind of a side pouch she has in her belt, pulls out hypo spray and tosses it to you. Goes, "This should help."
What is it?
I was expecting Baj to go, "Look at me, I'm the captain now."
Says it's something to counter the effects of the trialic radiation. Broke into the lab earlier.
What did she say? I'm sorry.
She says it's something to counter the effects of the trialic radiation. Something she broke into the lab earlier to grab it. She says my ship doesn't have nearly as good shields as this station or or your ship. So we've been
That's why your people ran.
We just don't have a lot of. We've been exposed to the trial a lot longer, so we had to figure out something to stop it.
Well, it worked for now. And then she goes ahead and she's gonna. Well, does she have more than one? Because we have 2 guys.
She has 1, so you have to choose which one: Commander Johansson or the captain. The Commander Johansson is stable, but both his legs are broken.
Yeah, no. The more useful person to do would be secure. So she's gonna pump secure with that.
So I'm going to give you, you get 3 stress back, Secure. So you just wake back up. You're still covered in sweat from the effects of the radiation and everything like that. It's cooking your insides. You're going to need, y'all are going to need medical attention from the hippie.
The high one.
When you guys get back.
Captain, are you all right?
I will last for now.
Well, Miss Pasha is here, and they did not do it. They did not do it. Whatever's happening was not them.
Curious.
No, not us. We don't. All we know is same thing happened to you guys happened to us.
Would we,
You were
Cole
still
and I,
working at
would
this
it,
point.
oh, we're still working at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just wondering, would we realize would the effects of the creature on the power core have been potentially sufficient enough to cause damage on the ship, like overloading stuff?
Not overload. It probably would have been based off the that's what caused the initial explosion was the creatures phasing into the power core and then starting to drain it, causing a power fluctuation, which blew out a bunch of stuff.
And Aaron, I'd like you to see if you can help me determine commonalities between the radiation being emitted by the fusion core and the star. If we can figure out exactly what attracts these creatures, maybe we can recalibrate the fusion core to emit less of that, or possibly make it a little less appetizing.
I was thinking exact same thing. Maybe modulate the phase frequency of the fusion core.
Got Jordy and Data over here.
Check the battle.
This is okay. So like right as you wake up, Secure, we'll say that you just for time's sake, you guys have figured out what's going on. So do you guys want to update the commander and the captain?
Yeah. He's high ranking.
Someone needs to contact the captain or commander.
Wait, somebody tells me the captain is awake now, or?
Well, no, you don't know. You don't know that he passed out.
You just figured out what was going on. Like you just figured out all this stuff.
So yeah, we combat job.
What?
Commander or captain, whoever's available. Anaran and I have figured out the cause of the explosion and the subsequent increase in triolic radiation.
What is it?
Long story short, multiphasic space bug sucking on the engine core.
Fair enough. Bash out.
So you guys think, based off just some basic research, you think that you might be able to modulate the shields to change the
paramagnetic polarity. Paramagnetic polarity is
exactly.
what I'm saying.
To kind of cloak the fusion core from these creatures so that they don't think it's food.
Excellent. That is priority numero uno.
Now, this will prevent future creatures from coming in, but you still have the creatures inside who would still be trapped inside that.
Yep. Need to figure out what's attracting it in the first place and remove that attraction.
The antimatter discriminator to create an opposite burst of the type of energy the fusion core is already emitting.
Somewhere else? So, like, trying to, lure them away? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, no, just make the fusion core flash sort of the opposite of what it's doing.
Okay, so it's as if it's trying. It's just basically trying to reverse the polarity of it so that it doesn't. So it doesn't.
Yeah, so that
it's
not tasty anymore.
Yes.
We're going to spoil the milk.
Spoil the milk. Yeah. All right. So give me a control engineering check, and you're going to need to help him with this one. But you're going to. I'm just going to make this 1, and you get an automatic extra roll because the guys in the science lab are going to help you with this. So you get 1 free task roll.
Also going to spend a momentum because I really want this to succeed.
Because this is a task difficulty 3. Complication. No complications.
Focus.
Okay, difficulty 3, then I am spending 2 momentum.
Okay.
So you're maxing it out to 5 task rolls.
And this would be power, so plasma, anything about plasma or power. Your focus would probably work there for like physics.
Oh, physics. Okay,
or
I will
core.
apply my physics focus then.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
go.
I got nothing. I got quantum.
You can
That's it.
assist if you want.
Bam,
Yeah,
bam,
we'll
bam, bam,
assist.
bam.
But I didn't trip over him either.
So with a flash,
I go.
Go ahead.
Suck on this, space bugs.
You
As
click
I
it,
hit the final button.
it goes. You hear a flash, like all the power just shuts off, and then shuts back. It turns back on again, and as it turns back on, you hear this, and you can sort of see these tiny oblong creatures phase into your reality and then phase out as they leave the fusion core, and the trialic radiation starts to drop. But you still have to deal with more of them coming in. So you no longer are suffering the effects of trialic radiation. But
Now we have to modulate the shields.
yes, this is going to take, and this is where the command crew and Terzi can help as well. If you guys want to give them inspiration, let you guys assist with some coordination and stuff like that. That's one of the keys things about this, is that everyone can help. You just have to figure out a way that you're helping them, even if it's just like headbutting a junior officer to make sure they're doing their job, or anything. So think of some way you might be able to help, and go ahead and do it.
Managing all the logistics to make sure they have everything they need seems right up Chief of Ops
Okay.
category.
So give me, for that one, give me a reason command for you.
Reason command? Okay.
Just one check, so you can for assist.
Gotcha. One
Secure
task
and-
roll.
Secure and Baaj, do you guys want to try to help as well?
Where are we right now? Are we anywhere
We're in the
nearby
cargo
that
bay.
could help?
You're in the cargo bay.
Yeah.
I helped!
I'm
This is going to take a while. This is going to take 30, 40 minutes, so.
Okay, well maybe
yeah.
if
As
we
soon as
get-
the bugs go, I just open comms, like just straight.
Yeah, for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're not out of the woods yet, everybody, but you should feel a little less toasty soon. We got the bugs off the fusion core, but now we got to keep them out.
All right. I trust you to do your best. Do you need us to do anything? How can we
Just
help
make,
you?
if you can give any sort of, oh god, I'm trying to think.
Maybe we could go to the bridge, Captain, and work any consoles that need to be worked from there.
That sounds like a good plan.
The bridge is
now-
on fire.
Oh, the bridge is on fire. Okay.
All right.
Is there a equivalent ops deck?
It's just the engineering.
We may require some physical adjustment of couplers and capacitors throughout the station. So if you could have damaged crews on ready and direct them to where we need them to be, that would be great.
Very well, we'll coordinate that. Do your best, Chief. I know you will.
Yeah, don't mess this up. Bash out.
Okay, so you guys can give me some command presence rolls to kind of help out as well, to give assistance. Because this is going to be a extended task. It's going to use reason engineering with a progress of 12, magnitude of 5, difficulty of 3.
What do
so
I
task
roll?
roll
Task
three.
roll 2 or 1?
I'm sorry, magnitude of 2. So task roll 1, so if you're assisting.
Okay.
And I'm also just assisting to Cole, or am I just am I working?
You're it's up to you, because you can do...
We're done. We got it.
So you guys, you would need... this is a reason engineering check. So yeah, if you're going to assist Cole, if Cole's going to be the primary one doing it, he can.
Yeah.
That would make sense. My total for reason engineering together is 16.
Yeah. That's really high. For those of you who don't know, he has to get it under that. That's what a success is. He has to get under a 16.
On a D20.
On a D20. Yeah. So if you want to assist, you can assist him with reason and science to try to like do a little bit more of the background stuff.
That's 15 total for me.
Yeah.
All right. And I am going to use my 1 point per session of determination on my first roll.
For which value?
Starship is a home, its crew is a family. Like,
okay.
At this point, I am keeping my family safe.
Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. So you automatically get 2 successes. So you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. So you get, and the difficulty was, so you get 4 back, 4 momentum back.
Or maxed.
Now you got to give me a engineering, give me a challenge dice, which is 2 plus your engineering check.
That is 7.
So you managed to do 1 breakthrough. Breakthroughs, I think. Yeah, so you within an hour, you're able to kind of readjust the station shields, and it seems like from your sensors that these creatures are no longer being attracted to the station. So the shields are kind of phasing the core away, the fusion core away from away from the tastiness. It now tastes like sour milk, as you guys said.
Creatures had a positive 0.04 phase variance. We adjust the shields to compensate, and suddenly they can't see through them. It's like opaque Tupperware.
Yep. Now, fast forwarding a little bit more, the Vasquez returns to range. They give you a report saying that they have captured the Orion vessel. They had to destroy its shields and its engines, but they're tractoring it back. And Paja requests help from the engineering crew. She says, "I did help you. I did save your captain's life. The least you can do is let me go. Fix my ship and let me go."
We do owe you for that. We do owe you for that.
We will help.
Besides, it turns out that you weren't even behind this in the first place. It is the least we can do.
Sometimes an Orion trader is just an Orion trader.
Sometimes. Okay, Chief, please coordinate a repair effort on their ship, and we will beam aboard ours.
So you managed to help repair everything, and Terzi. Once you guys all beam back aboard, you meet Commander Einrich. Commander Einrich is in sick bay. He asks for your presence after the surgery, Captain.
Sure. I attend.
So he talks to you. He says, secure. Sorry about that earlier. You and I have always been two sides of the same sword. We always go for the best. But you can't, sometimes it's hard to think I'm not on a starship. Traveling the stars is what I signed up for, not being a glorified babysitter to a bunch of scientists.
I understand your frustration, and no harm done.
Well, if you ever come back this way, next meal's on me.
I'll take you up on that offer.
But Terzi, before you guys depart, once he's got enough to transport, he transports back over to his station. Terzi, you get a coded communication from Starfleet. And that communication basically gives you all of the data on Pasha, and it says specifically that she is a member of the Orion Syndicate, and that she is to be apprehended if possible. You get this information as they're leaving the system.
That's
Too
terrible.
little, too
Why
late.
would you do this? Why would you do this to me, Paul?
We breezed over it, but I did want to mention that like while I'm coordinating the repair efforts,
Yeah.
I am paying very close attention to the way their engines are set up.
They have the device, the black boxes. They have the systems for traveling.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like subtly see how it all works when it's working properly and not jury-rigged together. Like how it's all connected.
I'll give you essentially for the future, you'll have access to, you think you can build a prototype similar system to attach to the Vasquez if you need to.
Sweet.
So you should be able to pilot this, the Eddies with it.
So, I guess I have to ask, would I consider that that request to apprehend a extreme situation?
Yeah.
All right, Captain.
Lieutenant.
Can I speak with you, sir?
Of
Privately.
Of course.
Your ready room?
Ready room.
Hi,
Very
Captain.
well. Secure out.
Okay. So I make my way to the captain's ready room.
Okay. I'm already there. Lieutenant.
And you see me look around, making sure like literally no one's around, and obviously you're ready. There's not, but Captain, we have a request from Starfleet to capture Pasha. Was that the name?
Paja, yeah.
Pasha. Just so you know, I'm part of Starfleet intelligence, and I was asked not to reveal that unless something urgent came up. This qualifies.
Understood.
She's a member of the Syndicate.
I had my suspicions.
On which part?
On all parts. Naturally.
Fair enough.
Well, they are on their way. I will, I'll try and, well, in fact, see what you can do. See if you can track the trajectory and find where they're gone. But I fear that the communicator is having some issues at the moment. Sorry about this. I'll code shift to English. Do you speak it?
Yes.
It's called standard.
See what you can do with these scanners and see if you can track their trajectory. However, I do fear that since we haven't been moving and we're still docked to the station, they are long gone. But do what you can.
Perhaps we could use the station sensors to track them.
Do what needs to be. You have my blessing, and
Captain.
we'll try and get them.
And I'm sure you understand the need to keep this information compartmentalized.
What information?
Precisely. And I turn and walk out.
With that, we're going to end the
Oh.
episode.